Were in their own way, this celebration of college football, Florida and USF, both honoring the memories
right now
of the heroes of 9/11. Here at Raymond James Stadium, alongside Dan Orlovsky, I'm Bob Boucher.
All right.
Thanks so much for joining us. And Dan, a celebration of America.
What's going on, Jeanette? All right, game time now. Florida, USF. Only thing I'm looking forward to from this matchup is the offense to look better than they did against FAU last week. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. Trying to get these scores up for the other games right quick.
There was a lot of brave people that risked and gave their lives to save the lives of others 20 years ago, and but it was awesome to honor so many this morning.
Yeah, those that run towards danger are the ones that allow us to be in the candy store and enjoy college football, which we will now do between Florida and USF. And for the Gators, good start last week. This is a different kind of team, though, that Dan Mullen has this season, of course. Last year, disappointing finish. They were on the doorstep of the college football playoff. Their highest.
Just checking in the back, making lunch, bro. Well, I appreciate you for being here. I just went on the game kickoff now.
8 players selected
at this point.
In the 2021 NFL draft. Last week, though, their debut against
trying to get these scores up on my laptop for the other two games.
400 yards on the ground.
Different styles, same expectations, and it really starts with the quarterbacks. Emory Jones.
At least Gators put up 553 yards of offense. So either way, we still have an offense, but Emory, Anthony, what do y'all got to come with it with the passing game today, though?
How quickly can he close that gap to Emory and really be the quarterback moving forward?
We will certainly see. Following Emory Jones, Anthony Richardson, as he was electric last week. It will be an electric atmosphere between the Gators and Bulls. We'll be back after these messages and a word from our AV.
We'll be right back, too, then.
Trying
to get this set up still.
Maybe it's time to ask yourself, did you get out of the wrong side of bed this morning?
Oh, they don't got the SC network back up. That's right, Jeanette. Let's go. Gators. They still haven't ran that play yet. The hell they doing out there in Columbus, Ohio? Finally, there it is. Oh, first down. Got out of that danger. Not looking good for Sleeter's best friend. Oh, that reminds me.
Might be Cam McCormick, who made the catch. Boy, that was a big time throw, a bit across the body of Anthony Brown from his own end zone. And he was able to put it right on his frame, Gus. Beautiful throw.
Anthony Brown, his best season was in 2018, when he became the 5th Boston College quarterback to throw for at least 20 touchdowns, and the first in 11 years to do it. Against Wake Forest, he became the first BC quarterback to throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns in a game since Matt Ryan, your golfing buddy, by the way, quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons.
Stuff quesadilla tacos. This is like Del Taco right there. Yep. Del Taco.
Which is amazing to me. This is my era. Joined Doug Flutie as the only
Hey, what you gonna do, Oregon?
Throw for 300 yards and 5 touchdowns in a game without an interception. So experience.
Okay. Finally got the Auburn game up on my laptop.
Coaches
And not on Vipbox either. Gamecast still serves a purpose. Strong but skull game. Just waiting on this game to kick off between the Gators and the USF Bulls. Just prepared to see how my offense is going to look today. They proved they can run the ball. I need to see them pass the ball more efficiently than they did last week. That's what I'm looking. That's what I'm looking for out of this game. No doubt they'll win. No doubt the Gators are going to win, unless they turn the ball over too many times. It's all about production on offense. By the way, the Gamecocks lose 14-0. Hey, South Carolina. I got a little big ego after last week. Playing something called Northern Illinois, not Northern Illinois, Eastern Illinois, whatever. Y'all beat them 46-0. Okay, pull this up. Oh, there we go. We are good to go. I don't need that in the way. Right here, 36 for Auburn. Bring out Alabama State. Meanwhile, 2nd and 7 for Oregon. Meanwhile, the Gators are kicked off. Let's get it. Let's go, boys. Ooh, something. I can change the banner. All right, offense, let's go. It's all time.
Emory Jones making his first career start last week. A guy that's had playing time.
So Emory's going to start again. 26 career game. It's his second start. He went buck 13 for a touchdown and 2 interceptions. One of them was in the end zone, which would have extended the Gators' lead. So Emory, got to do better, man. I got faith in the guy. You know, I'm going to go by assumption that last week's game was an aberration, and he's going to improve. And this is his first pass. Ooh, incomplete. Intended for Justin intended for shorter, but broken up by Robinson. Good play by USF.
Right away, though, you see some of the stuff that showed up for Emory last week. I have in my notes. Played slow for a guy who's such a special athlete. He's a hitch late on that go route.
All right, 2nd and 10. Gets to Davis, and he's going to be stuck. Already 3rd down.
We're going to hear and see
Alabama State moving down the field on Auburn.
Stop. On 2nd down, unblock the inside linebacker.
Wayne Boyles lost his helmet, so he has to come off the field for this 3rd down and 9.
All right, so it's 3rd and 9.
This is the difference with this Florida offense this year in comparison to last year. Last year, 3rd and 9, they still had comfort level with the weapons on the outside and college reps. This year, what receiver is going to step up? And then is the quarterback going to be capable of making the necessary throw on 3rd and long?
Come on, Emory, come on. Throw it. Throw it. Ooh, come on, Emory. God. You had Jacob Copeland right there for the 1st down. You just overthrew that one.
Fantastic start by the USF defense. A little bit of a pass rush on the edge. Zone blitz, some guys rushing. Emory, I just want you to pitch and then step in there and hit that.
Quick 3 and out by the offense.
I love the climb in the pocket. Not necessarily.
Only picked up a yard in the process. That was on the ground.
The inaccurate throw, and like you said, the Bulls get off the field.
But definitely not the way I wanted to start that game. Hopefully the defense can get off to a good start, man. Oh, get him. All right, good start, defense. Special teams, I should say. Alabama State is facing 1st and goal right now. All right, defense, it's on y'all then, I guess. So Cade Ford is the starting quarterback for USF. Went 7 for 20 for 41 yards. No touchdowns, 1 INT. Last week in their 45-0 shutouts against NC State, who was heading to Starkville this week to take on Mississippi State. It's kind of right that NC State USF played each other the first week. Now they both playing SEC teams the second week. For defense. Stop him. Stop him.
Close to 8 yards. Ventrell Miller bumped him out. And watching the game last week, you said something that sounds almost ridiculous when you see 45-0 as the final, but you were encouraged by some of what you saw for USF.
I just didn't think the score was indicative of how the game actually went.
Come on, sack him. There it is. There we go. Job defense. I see you, Zach, with the sack. Oh, Buck Skull Gang, you're a Gator fan too? That's what's up. I had a feeling. I thought you was a Seminole fan. I don't know. I thought, I was guessing you were a Seminole fan. I didn't think you would be a Gator fan. That's what's up. Come on, figure it out. Got him again. Got him again. Yes. Jeremiah Moon with the sack too. 3 and out, baby.
You're going to see a linebacker blow up underneath left side of your screen. To the tight end right there.
Yeah, I'll be Facebooking and tweeting about the game too, so I'm gonna keep up with these other scores as well. Oh, touchdown Ohio State.
We're talking both the quarterback situations for both teams are somewhat the same. Unknowns at the starters. Got to grow.
How quickly will we see the two respective backup quarterbacks? Might find out sooner rather than later.
I was at home and I get this call from Rick. You just received the fire alarm.
All right, so it's on the offense now.
The Bud Light logo makes people think our seltzer is a beer, so we recruited retired NFL player Nick Mangold to block it out. Twice this year? My mom said, oh, it's a hard seltzer.
And he said, I think
Seltzer commercials. So both teams wind up going 3 and out on their first possession. The Gators will be getting the ball back after the commercial. Meanwhile, in Columbus, Ohio, the Buckeyes have tied it up 7-7. And meanwhile, Alabama State is still knocking on the door there in the Plains as this person facing the 3rd and goal at the Auburn 5-yard line, down 13-0.
Go ahead. What?
Let's see what happens here. And Virginia's at 35-14 over Illinois. So Illinois must be terrible this year.
Subway had so much new, it didn't fit in their last half. Like the new deli style oven roasted turkey and new hickory smoked bacon. Is the Eat Fresh refresh at Subway?
Freddie Freeman turns 32 years old tomorrow.
But I'm Tom Brady. Oh, and they're smashed avocado.
Tom Brady.
I need to try.
And it's 4 down for Alabama State, so I guess they're going to settle for a field goal there. Shanette and Buck Skull, I do appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully we get some more traffic. It's only beginning of the first quarter. Oh, Pittman took the lead over Tennessee. Good. Screw Tennessee. Respect, but screw them, though. See the game back on now. Say you're sorry.
I know.
The Wonder Years series premiere, like September 22nd.
College football on ABC is presented by Arby's. We have the meats.
The Buccaneers and the USF Bulls share Ray J together. That was a bad punt. Hair looking long, yeah.
And the Bulls.
I can almost put it. I can almost put it in the ponytail now. Well, I can put it in the ponytail, but I just choose not to. But yeah, I don't know if you saw this. So I know you say you've been busy with schooling and momming and all that. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. Anthony Richardson, on the other hand, went 3 for 8 for 40 yards. He had no touchdowns, no interceptions, but he ran for 160 yards and a rushing touchdown last week against FAU. And Emory is back out there. This game is called by Dan Orlovsky, the guy that ran it was over a safety in that Lions-Vikings game in 08. But they went 0-16. Meanwhile, first down. Ricky Wells, let's go. Let me find that picture right quick. No, not a picture. I'd say that's not a picture. It's actually a short right quick. I don't know if Shanette's watching, but there it is. Yeah. That was after I recently got it twisted, and I actually got it braided back there in the back. I was feeling myself that day. And pick up another first down, meanwhile, by Damian Pierce. Well, Auburn 20-0. I think that's it. Yeah, I just want to show Shanette that. Touchdown. Oh, no. That was our touchdown. First and goal. Let's go, offense. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, Eric? I just saw you just now, so it was good. Watching these Gators, man. Okay. The field goal was blocked. Alabama State's field goal was blocked by Kobe Wooden, and Nehemiah Pritchett turns back 80 yards for an Auburn touchdown. So it could have been 13-3. It's now 20-0 Auburn. I might be changing score momentarily. We'll see. See what Florida does here. It's first and goal. Oh, still on his feet. Touchdown. Yes. Touchdown, Gators. That second series is a lot better than that first series. Finally got an Emory Jones pass for a first down, and Damian Pierce just did the rest.
Just watch Pierce finish this run, and then some of the tight ends and big boys up front. You're going to see Garage. Zipper number 9 right there, getting in on the party. You mentioned the great balance in the hole, but I love the physicality that Pierce kept those feet going, those legs driving, and gets himself in the end zone.
Next one is good, 7-0 in favor of the good guys from Gainesville.
Completion to Rick Wells, and Damian Pierce did the rest.
Fantastic run. Look at Emory, hold his eyes. Pierce, you got to make that one guy miss. He's yours. Left hand down, balance, and then find the goal line. 7-0 Gators.
I will change the score just 1 second. I'm on Facebook and Twitter as well.
Prime rib cheese steak. The second thing you think of is all those fixings melting and mingling in Arby's prime rib cheesesteak. The third thing you think of is how you might work Arby's prime rib cheesesteak into your schedule today. And the last thing you think of is Arby's prime rib cheese.
Okay. Not this here with some commercials.
Second and fairly short. Inside the red zone. This is a great time to attack the coverage, to provide some protection, and take a shot at the end zone. So we head to the top of your screen. We're down in the backfield. I think they want a timeout.
Okay, there we go. Now I was going to save it. Post them on Facebook. We're good to go. Okay, so while Florida's on commercial, Auburn's no longer on the sports mix, and Oregon Ohio State's on commercial. I guess we go to Knoxville then, where the Tennessee Volunteers are trailing Pitt 14-13 after getting out to a hot start in the first quarter.
Outstanding break on the football. No chance even if that pass is caught.
So what's everybody up to on this Saturday? Me personally, I'm still battling this. Well, I'm not really battling anymore, but I'm getting over my illness. Turns out it was tonsillitis, so I'm on antibiotics right now. So unfortunately, I got to be sober for the entire weekend, which sucks, but hey, it's life.
Just sneaks in there.
And Pitt says they lead the 4 after that field goal. So 17-13 in favor of Pitt. But next week, your guy will be back, though. Not on here, though, but be back in action. Got to sit this week out. Got to sit this one out this weekend, you know. I don't even feel it, like the irritation anymore. It's still there, but it's not as bad as it was last week and a half. So that's a good thing. Oh, meanwhile, Oregon and Ohio State's back on, so it's 7-7 there. Ducks are facing the 2nd and 3. About 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes left in the half there. Meanwhile, it looks like Oklahoma State, they're up 7-6 on Tulsa. That game is on FS1. The Army game's on CBS Sports. I think they're up 14-7 over Western Kentucky. Pitt and Tennessee are on ESPN. Auburn's games, Auburn and Alabama State are on SEC Network, and Oregon Ohio State is on Fox. And the game I'm most inclined. The game I'm most focused on the Gators and the USF Bulls. That game is on ABC, and meanwhile Tulsa just kicked the extra point, so they're tied at 7-7 in Stillwater. You got Iowa and Iowa State later on today. I think that's the night game if I remember correctly. Washington and Michigan's later on tonight as well. Good stop. That's on ABC as well, 8 p.m. Washington trying to shake off that embarrassing loss to Montana last week. Meanwhile, studio takes us to Columbus, Ohio, as they're showing us the Oregon touchdown from earlier. And then they're showing us the Ohio State's response, making it 7-7, which is where we're at right now. Then you got the Stanford USC game later tonight at 10:30. I'll probably not be watching that game because I'll be honest, I don't really keep up with Pac-12 too tough when they play later in the evening. It'll be Saturday night. Meanwhile, they hand it off, and he's going to be stuffed. He maybe pick up a gain of 2 on that play, so it's probably 2nd and 8 for USF. And Oregon's facing a 4th and 1. Looks like Ohio State just caught the timeout, so they're going to commercial there. Meanwhile, screen pass, picks up a couple yards, not going to make it for the first, not going to make it past the marker. So USF facing the 3rd down. And the Gators force another 3 and out. They did a great start if they can. Okay, he picks it up barely, but he got it. So USF will not go 3 and out. Come on, defense. I did good on the first drive. Let's continue the good work now. It's not starting. It's not making plays on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to. Oh, he drops it. There's a chance that might have been a touchdown if he caught it.
Talking about being close. I mean, just beautiful play design formation. Weaver with a great throw. Kelly Jr., the junior. Out of Clement, Florida.
Yeah, you got to have that.
To beat Florida, to hang with Florida, have to go make that catch.
That's true. You got to make that catch. I'm glad he didn't, though. Stop him. All right. Got him out of shoestring. So it's 3rd down. Okay, so another 1st down. Come on, we gotta come on. Let's make plays on 3rd down, y'all.
You know, you're trying to get that outside zone, that horizontal stretch, sideline to sideline in your run game. And once you see penetration by defensive linemen, he did a good job of kind of placing that foot in the ground and finding a seam to come back in. And now this is when you can get into a play calling rhythm if you're trying
just
to
like Auburn got
for
the
USF.
ball back, I think. Oh, touchdown Oregon. They take the lead again. I'll update the score just one moment. Come on, stop them. Where was that on the last play? We need that on the last play, so come on. You gotta make those stops on third down, guys. Meanwhile, it will be second down for USF. All right, so it's 14-7 now in favor of the Ducks. Almost said the Buckeyes.
This already is progress for this USF offense.
The big thing is you don't want to be the same tempo all the time. Constantly changing your tempo to keep the defense off balance.
Important to throw.
Get him.
Underneath, turn around to
All right.
Miller.
Face him another third down. Make the stop.
6, it'll be third down and 4. There's Johnson. And that's on a move with it.
Ford didn't do that last week. They didn't do it in the first drive. Oh, the easy throw is there. Don't try to be a hero. Execute like you have all spring and summer and get the ball out and find a completion. Now you get the third and 4. Can you find a matchup against a likely man coverage for your offense? They love Miller in the slot. Like you're going to get blitz at the top of your screen on the left side of the offense. Change your protection and again, find the matchup you love.
They run away from the blitz, but Felix.
Why can't make stops on third down?
Something you always kind of want to do against pressure. Watch the tight end, Brinkman, sealed that 51, Benjamin Miller, and then kick him out. A great job by Felix getting up inside.
They go empty. 4-man rush. Quick hitter to the sideline. Felix is there. He's got another first down.
They trying to go quick tempo now.
Away from the pressure, you make a big block. All Felix has to do is get the perimeter. Now you get tempo, easy completion to the sideline.
Now some rhythm for USF. Another screen out to the edge. Latrell Williams has at least 8, maybe 9. It looks like it is good for 9 yards.
No way.
Something right now that USF is having a ton of success with is you're seeing these receivers sideline to sideline. They're flipping their passing straight, making Florida communicate in.
They can't make stops on third down. This is not going to be good.
Another screen. Williams,
Of course, he gets the first down. Go figure.
got the first down. Tripped him up.
When you're running these receivers from one side of the field to the other, it forces everybody on the defense with their defensive backs and linebackers. We got to go sideline to sideline as well. We also have to communicate while the ball's going to get snapped in 6 or 7 seconds. All you're looking for is somebody to just be out of the right gap, angle, or leverage on the defense, and it's a successful thing for the offense.
Out route to the sideline. Donaldson's got it. Breaks it.
All you have to do is just make a stop on third down. USF finna go on score. I can see it now. They finna score. They finna get a touchdown.
Awesome ball placement by Porter right there to Donaldson. Something that's starting to show itself again for this offense. Sometimes they're condensing their splits. Bring those receivers closer to the football. It forces the corners just to play a little bit more off and soft. It creates easier throws in the perimeter.
Finally a stop.
13th play of the drive. Stopped by Brenton Cox right at the 10-yard line.
Charlie Weiss Jr., their offensive coordinator, is going to have a play built off that motion. They brought Donaldson in motion, and he pulls that for him and just kicks a little bubble out to him. He's going to walk into the end zone.
Another stop. Let's go. Come on. Third down. You need to stop right here.
That third down in the red zone is always number one about what is the defense going to give us likely. This is where you try to anticipate a coverage. More than likely from Florida, you're getting this umbrella. Already so much better today on third down for the Bulls offense. You're going to get 4 across. All right, so how do you attack? You want high-low the safeties. Put somebody a couple yards inside the end zone, someone on the back line, see if you can get a ball over their head.
The timeout looks like
Yes,
a
timeout.
ball from the sideline
Bam.
USF.
Okay, USF with timeout. All right.
South Florida.
Nice. That second timeout.
Media timeout.
Okay, then.
South Florida equal the Gators. We'll find out in a moment.
Another look at this just to be sure, but you see that turf kick up those rubber.
Make it 20-13 Pitt. So the Panthers outscored the Vols 20-3 since the Vols built that 10-0 lead. South Carolina still getting this shit kicked in by East Carolina. Oh, shit. Well, let me some peace. I don't know. See what happens. Meanwhile, Auburn has moved down the field again. About 2.5 minutes left in that game. Looks like they're at the Alabama State 32-yard line. Meanwhile, listen to the sounds of the Oregon-Ohio State games, 14-7 there. Ohio State is moving, though. But it looks like they're facing a fourth down, but they're trying to see was that they had both feet in for that, had 1 foot in for that catch. Oh, looks like he didn't make catch, so it's fourth down. All right. Excuse me.
Such an embarrassment, which is, and yet you got to trust that offensive line at some point. They haven't run it great today, but it's been pretty good. 16 rushes, 81 yards. I know they're confident in those guys. They're big up front. 4 of these guys are basically offensive tackles.
Are they going for it? Okay. So it's 4th and 2 for Ohio State. They're going for it. Ball's at the Oregon 39-yard line. Needs to get to the 37 to keep the drive going. So I assume Ohio State will not be getting the ball at the start of the second half if they're going for it this late in the second quarter. Right? And he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Good stop by Oregon. They're going to get the ball right back. So when I'm forward again to come back on. Oh, excuse me. It's not looking good for Ohio State. They already had a dogfight with Minnesota. Now they're over here losing to Oregon. This may not be their year. Okay, so the Iowa State game is at 4:30, so it's going to be on ABC following this game. And then, like I said, Washington and Michigan later on tonight. And they got some tennis going on later on today on ESPN. All right, defense. Big third down right here. If you can't get a turnover, at least hold them to a field goal. My God.
Play calling wise and then execution by everybody on offense.
A little bit of credit to USF, because they did go tempo a little bit, trying to catch the Gators off guard. But it doesn't excuse the fact that, you're not making stops on third down. That was like Achilles heel last year. I figured coming to this year, they at least clean that up.
And again, I mentioned this before the break. The challenge for a play caller is to try to guess right on the coverage.
4 minutes, 52 seconds left in quarter number 1 here in Tampa, Florida, which is where this game is at. USF is plotting to find a way to get a touchdown here. Meanwhile, we got UAB in Georgia at 3:30, Texas and Arkansas tonight at 7, Utah and BYU at 10:15. I forget what they call a Utah BYU rivalry. I think it's not Civil War. this holy war thing. I don't know. I don't live in Utah, but if anybody lives in Utah or follows that rivalry, y'all can let me know what that rivalry, name of that rivalry is.
Yeah, you can think if you get inside that 1 or 2 yard line, if you love some of your game plan play calls, you can absolutely go to that.
Money down. Okay. All right, defense.
Charlie Weiss Jr. design.
Let's go.
3rd down and goal from the 8 after the timeout. Morton, well protected, floats it in the end zone. Behind his attempt.
Incomplete. 4th down. So USF's probably gonna settle for a field goal. I'll be careful if I'm Todd Grantham. I wouldn't be surprised if USF goes for it on 4th down. They gonna feel like they got nothing to lose. Okay, they're gonna go for a field goal. Ford is going to the sideline.
Basically, dunk the goalpost and go make that catch. Just a little bit of a miscommunication by quarterback and receiver there, but
hopefully he'll miss it.
Weaver does the right thing.
Spencer Schrader, the sophomore, he's 2 for 2 with field goals within 30 yards. This is a 25-yarder. It's up, and USF scores their first points of the season. It's 7-3.
7-3 Gators, and we'll be back in 10 seconds.
I didn't think we'll shut them out. It would have been nice though. Just win the game at this point.
That incompletion from Cade Fortin to Xavier Weaver, Dan, was the first incompletion of the drive for USF. Fortin was 6 for 6 for 51 yards on that drive.
All right, so it's opportunity to go up by 11 now.
That was a fantastic drive. The quarterback was efficient and deliberate with the football. The playmakers caught the ball down the field. Offensive line gave protection. That's a very good drive. Sometimes you walk away going, gosh, what a great drive. You really won 7. Obviously, continuing to build up your players and their confidence is going to be a huge part of it. And today for USF and for the program moving forward.
Trick play at the start of the drive could have easily been a touchdown as well. So to have that disappointment of dialing up a play perfectly and not having it work out, but then to respond 17 plays and get some points on the board. Pretty good job.
All right.
Classic from you, the Jersey guy. Find the negative.
I'm trying to spin it towards the positive, though. All right. The positive last week off the bench was Anthony Richardson, and we were told by Dan Mullen.
It's like AR-15 going in now.
In the 3rd possession, here is possession number 3.
Like I say, he went 3 for 8 for 40 yards last week against FAU. He did run the ball 7 times for $160, especially that long run late in the game. This resorted to his only touchdown on the ground. His only touchdown period in that game. Ouch. Cramp.
He's not going to be able to do that consistently when you play.
If Richardson outdoes Jones in this game, he's going to have to be the starter next week against Alabama. Yes! Touchdown. We'll holla. We will holla. Jake Copeland. Emory, not looking good for you. At this point, it's like AR-15 going to take that job from you. He might be starting against Alabama next week. On the first play. And damn, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Just a beautiful throw by the redshirt freshman Anthony Richardson. And awesome job of Copeland going to track that ball.
And it's good. 14-3.
Just like that, after a long USF drive gets them on the board, one snap for the Gators, and they extend their lead.
Just a great route by Copeland. Push vertical, step on his toe, clean out. And then you
nice job, Jay. Way to run your route correctly and being aware of that ball and just taking it the distance after you cut on it.
Beautiful play designed by Dan Milton. Ball fake. Watch the left side of the screen. Zippler sits down. Until Anthony Richardson, you're going to have a lot of space to go throw that football to. It's an absolutely perfect throw by 15. Watch this ball just jump out of his hands. Beautiful touch. Copeland goes and tracks it down. See his eyes? Bros, a young kid at home watches it right into his hands. There's nothing better as a play caller, I would imagine, than you dial up a play. It should work. They execute it, and then you see the joy on your players.
They didn't give me a chance to post 7-3 after USF scored. I was going to post that. So I got my phone on. That's when that play happened.
They go on a long, time-consuming 17-play drive that gets them only.
So unfortunately, the defense is going back out there because they didn't really get a chance to rest. So this could be a lengthy drive for USF unless a turnover happens.
He breaks the tackle, gets out to about the 25-yard line.
But I like what I'm seeing from the offense so far in this first quarter. It's definitely looking better at this point as opposed to last week. So I'm not disappointed. No, the first drive, it was the first drive. Since then, running the ball with Damian Pierce and AR-15 comes in and does that. Second beauty, y'all. So it's 14-3 in favor of the Gators. Defense is back out there. What a catch. Gotta give him that. That was a great catch. Oh, wait, it's not that time there yet. Come on, defense. Shot time. The offense is doing their part.
Underneath for about 4 yards to Latrell Williams, who loses his helmet. Down by Avery Helm.
Another condensed split by those receivers. I mentioned it before. When you do that, it forces the secondary to get soft, 8 yards deep or something. If you don't want to get up and press in a first down situation, condensed splits because there's so much.
Oh, what's going on, Valance? I didn't see you.
You soften up and it gives easy access throws to the perimeter. Nice job by USF's offense.
So for a second. Okay.
Aaron Mangum. Submarines for a yard. Now it's 3rd down and 5.
All right, now we need to stop right here, defense.
This is where they've gone to some quick games so far today. They've tried to create some matchups. Remember, last 3rd down and 5 situation.
Okay, stop for a second.
USF checked the play and ran away from it. So Todd Grantham, the defensive coordinator for Florida, might choose, what, we're
USF 3 for 5 on 3rd downs already.
Say, our guys are better than your guys.
Come on, sack him.
There's the slant behind him, and it's good for a first down. Marion Donaldson was able to wall off the coverage and pick up 6.
They went after the redshirt freshman Elm from Texas. Donaldson does a great job with the slant. And their corner opposite, Kyer Elam, the All-American's going to get a lot of work this season.
Back to the near side to Donaldson.
He ain't caught that.
So that is the 4th condensed split. Quick out. The double move is coming. The quick out and up is coming. Florida's defensive secondary is going to have to remain disciplined, not get too jumpy.
Dave Thornton last week was 7 of 20 for 41 yards for the pick on the road at NC State. He's already 10 for 11 for 90 yards here in the first quarter. Here comes a blitz off the edge. They'll run away from it again with Felix. He's about 1.5 yards short of the first down as Chris Vogel made the stop. So another 3rd down coming for USF.
You hear people talk about we got to stay ahead of the chains. This is what it looks like. This is what staying ahead of the chains as an offense presents itself as.
Well, they work for it for 6.
Yes, good stop.
Felix is blown up behind the line of scrimmage by Zach Carter, and now what do you do? Now it's 4th down and about 3 inside the 35-yard line. You have to go for this, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Your offense has been super efficient in the 3rd and 4th in these short situations. These always come down to game plans. This is when the coaches kind of earn their money. Hey, in these situations, the defense is going to play in this type of coverage, and we can go after this guy. If I'm South Florida, I'm thinking going after 24, Avery Helm. I'm testing the top of the
Take a stop here.
Don't
Don't give up the first down.
4th down. Thornton back to throw. Pressure coming.
Yeah, this is nothing.
To the sideline, and it just did not have enough on it to get to Latrell Williams.
Flush.
USF gives it away on downs. Brenton Cox Put Morton on his horse.
Yeah, they're really trying to sneak the tailback out against man coverage. And Florida does an awesome job of playing disciplined football and covering up on their guy. And Porter really doesn't have an option. That's not a bad play by the quarterback. You'd love for him to kind of make something out of nothing there.
All right, defense. Way to put that pressure on fourth down.
Dan Mullen staying true to his plan. Anthony Richardson, one pass, 75 yards, touchdown, right back on the bench. And Emory Jones is back in there.
Sorry. All right, Emory. What you gonna do? Just 50 miles. Grew up 50 miles away from me in LaGrange. All right, you got the first down. See you, Xavier. Trying to make something happen.
Doesn't look like a guy trying to think his way through the position. It looks like a guy trying to just react his way through the position. Ball fake, someone in my face, kind of a sidearm sling snap to that wrap slant, and a good ball placement.
Well, you said watch Emory Jones' feet.
Yeah.
What have you seen so far?
The first drive, it wasn't good. You know, it was very deliberate. Now it's starting to play a little bit more reactionary.
Run it.
He's going to run it himself here. And State for free.
They could have did a re-option there, though. That's probably what they should have done. They're going to run it. And let's, all right, let's say maybe the final play of the first quarter right here. Yep, this will be the final play.
5 seconds. One right.
All right, picked up about 3 or 4 there, so it's going to be about 3rd and 3.
So a third down for the Gators. When we come back to start the second quarter.
That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter.
The Gator defense.
With the score,
Harassing Camp
Florida 14, USF 3.
Anthony Richardson will send the lead.
And I'm going to get y'all a game right quick where I go step away for a second.
Is the new crispy chicken sandwich taco?
Meanwhile, the Oregon Ohio State game, as you can tell, is at halftime, and so is the Alabama State Auburn game. So we will send you to, I guess we're going to Knoxville then. That game's still in progress.
I mean, with the heat and humidity, hope that's all that is there.
I like where he's grabbing.
Just odd because he didn't really move before that happened.
Already made a big play on 3rd down around the goal line earlier in this half. 3 tackles, 2 for loss here so far. The most talented of these defensive linemen for Tennessee, best pass rusher. Hope that he's okay. I did not like the way that looked when he went down, Dave.
Pitt brought a fullback, Jake Zielinskis, in the game. And the first time we've seen a fullback in there for Pitt. An extra tight end as well. Grant Kerrigan was in there. Let's see if they stick with that formation here. 3rd down and 2 on 3. Bearing up and trying to walk it off. Hopefully okay.
All right.
How
Oh, I got to change the score. I mean, not. I got to change the quarter, not the score.
Absolutely huge. I mean, that would be 3 consecutive series where Tennessee's defense did not allow a touchdown, was able to force 3 and get the offense back in rhythm.
All right, I'll be right back, y'all.
I really like what John Michael's done here. Where he's using his timeout, making sure he's got the right personnel to field defense with. I was walking right down now to the official. You might call no over here.
Well, Tennessee's on that 10 guys on the field. They had a run from 11 on late. They go out of the eye and they run it up 3rd down and 2. They get the first down and they get the touchdown. Vincent Davis gets pay dirt for the Panthers. With 19 seconds left. Meanwhile, Grant Kerrigan injured for Pitt, but Vincent Davis, junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, gives the Panthers the lead.
Good physical running by Vincent Davis. Just kind of patiently waits,
tries to allow it to open up, and then he gets into the scrum, leans forward, and gets into the end zone to cap off a very good 2-minute drive for Pitt.
I'll tell you, Dusty, it's interesting because you look at Pitt and you look at how big and physical they are on the offensive line, and it's really surprising that they're not a more successful running football team. They've struggled to run the football. And Kenny Pickett can run, and he makes his own plays, but when you look at a lot of redshirt seniors, 5th-year, 6th-year seniors, and they're a very, very average running football team. So good play call there and good push up front.
No doubt. Push out the left side. And, you know, this is a very veteran, very experienced team. For Pat Narduzzi, 14 super seniors. I think it's why we saw them in such good spirits. So confident yesterday. They got a good team.
So they're reviewing this to make sure he got in. Going back to the flag being picked up on the body slam, my whole point is if you're Tennessee, don't even put yourself in that position.
Right.
With going after the whistle like that, you're just asking for it.
You're not wrong in that regard. I did agree with the call in the field.
And ultimately, it didn't matter.
Right.
The touchdown. Okay, this is, there was a penalty called against Jeremy Banks earlier. And you see Jackson there. And to me, again, it's the same thing.
First down.
I know our rules expert, Matt Austin, would probably agree with you.
All right, let's let the Gators back on now. We're going to the second quarter.
To a certain degree, but yes, Matt Austin reached out to us and said they are different.
Meanwhile, Tennessee did tied up 20-20 there in Knoxville. So good for them, I guess. Oh, no, he didn't get the first down, so it's 4th and 1. You get the first down right here, though.
And they just waited for their opportunities. It worked out.
I'm about to say, there you go. Get it.
Get to the edge.
He got it.
The tackle and picks up the first down. A chance for a takeaway on downs for USF. And Makai LaPointe could not make the one-on-one tackle.
Yeah, right. Speed option off the defensive end. The point is there. It's a beautiful job by Naquan Wright. I mentioned it before, BYOB. You probably think of that as something different.
You know what I think of, yeah.
But sometimes you got to make that guy miss, and that's shown itself a little bit by Pierce and Wright in this first half.
Jet sweep. Xavier Henderson. Got a yard.
That didn't work.
But boy, when you think about the margin for error against an opponent like this, if you're USF, you have to make that tackle. Yes. You have to get that takeaway. You know, that if you have a chance to get a one-on-one to stop a team on downs when you're a big-time underdog and you have a chance to maybe fight your way back into it and pull off an upset, that's just a tackle that Makai LaPointe can't miss. Naquan Wright to the 30-yard line. 2 yards shy of the first down after he picked up 7. Vincent Davis brought him down. So another 3rd down and 2 for Clark.
Not only are you happier with
You can take that false start and shove it. Spawning with a touchdown on they monkey asses. Emory Jones to Xavier Henderson on 1.
The corner just hesitates for a second. It's just an absolutely spectacular throw by Emory Jones. I love the play call lines. At 37, defensive backs are always thinking, they're going to go to the sticks. They're going to run their route just to get the first down. And you see Dan Mullen's face. That's the second time a beautiful play call has been designed, called, and executed by these Florida quarterbacks.
21-3. The Gators went 3 and out on their opening possession. They have been deadly since. They've got 3 touchdowns on the board. Already 211 yards of offense for Florida. We've only played 2.5 minutes of the second quarter. Emory Jones looking like a starter.
Your memory keeps it up. It's gonna get really interesting going to the Alabama game.
That's another reason banking with Capital
Like who's really going to be who's really going to be the starter? Like Anthony Richardson surpassed it for a second. Emory does that.
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on.
Right. Try not to do commercials.
Roger Jerry Carl on Fox NFL Sunday.
Fox NFL Sunday.
Even though I just won MVP, I didn't see my future with the team past 2021. Then why wait? You know, I mean, they drafted my replacement, so let him play. That's what we want.
Plenty more live sports on Fox.
Yeah, I'm on by, so gotta be sober for an entire week.
Denver, this should be really fun at 7 Eastern tonight. Yankees at that Subway Series, so much of an impact on that game with the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and then late night, the Pac-12 after dark on Fox. Stanford at number 14, USC. Reggie Bush, that jacket is
Finish typing this.
The people have spoken, my friend.
They're not lying.
But the shirt, it's something. The shirt underneath my jacket is wrinkled as hell right now, bro. Look at this shirt. That's sweat. So you're trying to show it. The camera. I'm trying to show it. I'm trying to work it out up here right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work it out.
All right, Brian Day, once again, down in the halftime locker room. What's his message, Coach?
Same as last week. Keep your poise, keep your confidence. We've got a full half to play. It's basically an even game. I know they're down 7, but they can overcome that. So keep your confidence, keep your fight, keep your poise.
Remember last week, Minneapolis, second half, saw drives of 1 year.
You see that Anthony Richardson.
All right, Pittsburgh, Tennessee are finally at halftime now.
He's 6'4", 240 pounds, had 160 rushing yards, basically in the fourth quarter alone last week against FAU. Here's showing his arm time.
Let's keep it SEC East. Florida still continuing to run. More Gators. Oh, look at this. Gators all Gators traveling to South Florida. $2 21-3 there. South Carolina ECU, we keep it SEC East. Tyler Snead, just say half field, 75 yards. That's the first play of the game. Great start, but great throw. Outside shoulder wide receiver, touchdown. Look at little Tyler Snead, the running back, getting it up. That whole Nailers keeps him safe.
This is right after ECU's defense registered their third takeaway of the game.
They needed to score somehow. South Carolina's offense was not looking good. Here, Damani Staley, pick 6. That is Deuce Staley's son. Takes it all the way back, 63 yards. That's how Cocky gets on the board, 14-7.5. With that, welcome into the Lexus Halftime Report. Just Farmer Joey Galloway, that very happy week 2 of the college football season. Let's go to Oregon and Ohio State.
All right, let's get the games back on now.
Total passing yards against FAU.
And Gators already got 148 passing yards today. It's 5 less than they had all game last week against FAU. So definitely out to a good start. Got to keep going though. Can't get complacent.
And then there's been some explosion.
I think that Oregon game finna come back. Finna get into the third quarter now.
Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Sunday NFL countdown week 1. The premiere this season with Patrick Mahomes sitting down with former Chiefs teammate, now colleague of ours, Alex Smith. And then our Monday Night Football matchup. See the Ravens take on the Raiders in Vegas.
All right, defense, what you got for us?
And ESPN this week, ESPN the Cortez, and the ESPN app as well.
And the Ravens are beating up 5 guys on IR with ACL injury. They've got to get some depth at the tailback.
Well, not too bad. All of a sudden, you got Latavius Murray just kind of sitting there as a 1,000-yard rusher that they brought in.
More defense.
Felix, cut back lane, picks up
It'd be nice to get a turnover, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm not thinking much about Devontae Freeman and Le'Veon Bell impact-wise. But what do they have for the best quarterbacks in football?
We run some this.
All right, Auburn game's back on now. So I can change that third quarter. Oh! Nice job, Jeremiah. Force a bad pass there.
Again, they try a trick play. They actually run a fullback out to the bottom of the screen, hoping the defense is going to run that way. And then off the left side of that screen, Weaver is going to try to take that seam. What you would love right there is Joyner to get that blocking up, that blitzing linebacker to give me just a second to get that ball out there.
37 for USF. Money down right here. They got to pin in their territory, so stop right here. They're forced to punt. There's no out. Time. There's no going for it on fourth down this time. There you go. Is that Perkins? Yep, that's Perkins. Can't tell from the dress, but Perkins with that play comes up huge. So it's going to be fourth down for USF. That means 40 to get the ball back, y'all. Like I said, they're not going to go for it. They're going to punt.
Drove on the football, gets on the receiver's back, but just bats that ball away with the left hand. That's the teach tape. Defensive back play.
Watch for any trickery, though. Okay, no trickery. They're going to punt for real.
This is his second ever football game. Not college football game. Like the second ever football game.
Can't say it's just blowing out VMI. 46-3.
Was his debut.
Yeah, get that foul taste from College Station out their mouth quickly. All right. I guess we go to Auburn for a second.
Obviously guessing on that.
Hey, Marlins and the Braves from last night. Braves won. That's good. It's always good. It's great to see.
Even though it wasn't the strike, it has the illusion that it came back across the plate because where it was trending.
And Paul, what does it mean for a relief pitcher?
Yeah.
This is not a Braves stream today.
I
Go to the Plains right quick in Auburn. Since this game's not on TV, we'll go back to Gainesville, Tampa momentarily. It's 20-0 in favor of Auburn. As the second half has just begun, looks like Alabama State must have went 3 and out. Auburn's getting the ball back after that punt.
Brought to you by Allstate. Excuse me. I'm just going one step ahead. How about the smoothest play brought to you by Velveeta? For that, Demetrius Robinson at the end.
It just means more.
Smooth catch by Robertson. Got a speed and bounce. His first touchdown reception for the Auburn Tigers after 3 of those as a member of the University of Georgia Bulldogs.
Great, that might mean Demetrius Robinson used to play for Georgia. And Bixby's taken down quickly. Maybe about 2 yards he's gained on that play.
So you missed the 5'7", 190-pound scat back, if you will. Who is just a tremendous athlete, but nonetheless, we're getting a chance to see the true freshman Hunter as well today.
Yeah, Bixby and Hunter have done a good job as far as being involved.
All right, 2nd and 8 for Auburn. Man in motion. Is nicked. Has it all. Has it a Bixby. This time, Bixby does. And Bixby does get the first down. That is a beast. Okay, I might say. Tate Bixby is a beast. Like almost any team that needs a running back going to next year, or whatever he comes out, any team needs a running back will be fortunate to have his services on their team. I just hope it's not the Falcons. As Bixby turns it up, he's gonna pick up a big game. Oh, still on his feet. Oh, he lost it. He lost his footing at the end. He keeps his balance. That is a touchdown for Auburn. But they just right outside the red zone there. All right, we're going to go back to Tampa. Put the game's back on now. Yep. Right back now. But what a run by Tate Bixby, man. And meanwhile, in Columbus, Ohio, the second half has just begun there. And we're going back to Tampa. It looks like the game, we made it back just in time as the Gators are getting ready to start their next possession. And this time it's AR-15 out there behind the center, calling the signals as they start from the 20-yard line. He's going to hand out to Malik, and Malik is going to pick up some yards. He's going to pick up a gain of 8 there, so it's going to be 2nd and 2 for Florida.
If you're Florida, can you live this way the whole season? Is it possible to play both Emory Jones, have a role for Anthony Richardson, and have this be like a symbiotic relationship between the two quarterbacks the whole year?
You might be able to because that man on the screen right now, Dan Mullen. You know, such
All right, so 2nd and 2 for Florida.
You can do it as long as they both play well.
And Malik Davis fills up the first down. What a change, baby.
What I mean by that is,
Oh.
if Emory Jones is the starting quarterback and he's playing good, but then they
We're not have to score up.
and he starts to struggle, I don't think it's going to happen. Then the team, the locker room is going to go, well, why is Anthony playing? Our best option is Emory. We're flipped. If Emory's the starter, he's struggling. Anthony comes in, you get the wow explosive plays. Everyone's going to go, well, we're just better with Anthony. So as long as they're playing well and their egos are away from it, yeah.
The ball's at the 34-yard line. It's Richardson. Oh, escapes a sack. Throw it away. Well, run it there, Anthony. Run it there, Anthony. Let's go.
A 240-pound quarterback combined with that athleticism, he's really hard to bring down.
Similar to last week, though, there's a little bit of pressure he doesn't pick up, and he's good enough and athletic enough to shake it off against some talent that's not as good. Dan Mullen brought it up last night. The question is he going to be able to do that against Alabama? Is he going to be able to do that against LSU or a Florida State? You know, when the talent
Florida
is equal,
State.
and that's where Dan Mullen
You got us here in Georgia. Florida State, come on now. You don't smoke Florida State. They're not our level.
Obviously,
Don't let that Notre Dame game get that's what y'all have thinking that they can compete with the Gators. That's one thing you're talking about.
let them both go play well. But over the course of a 12-game, maybe an SEC championship game, bowl game season, they're both not going to play well the whole year. Right. So when one of them invariably doesn't,
I'm gonna say Alabama and
what do you
LSU.
do?
Not freaking Florida State. Come on. Anyways, 2nd and 9. Florida reaches USF territory, heads out to Malik Davis. Malik Davis says, "Get out my way. I'm trying to get some yards." Picks up a couple there. So it looks like maybe 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 4.
Don't be so tied to, well, he didn't play good. Why did he not play good? Is it because we didn't protect the right way, or he was off with his protection, or he just missed some throws? If you figure out the why and you can live with it, yeah, I think they can go for a while doing it this way.
You thought about quarterback?
Touchdown. Touchdown. Let's go, baby. I caught it before Copley even caught it. I just knew it was a touchdown. That was a beautiful throw by Anthony Richardson. A great catch by Copeland. He did the rest.
So also by Richardson. Step up, psych, find shorter downfield, Copeland for the touchdown. Three on fourth flushing. Adding strawberries to say Rio. On fourth flushing. Ready to pick up.
Holy mackerel. Oregon just scored again. It's not looking good for Way High and Dashy. Any other Ohio State fan. Oh, somebody blew their coverage on Ohio State. He just saw open holes and took it the distance. Not looking good for the Buckeyes. Not looking good for the Buckeyes. National title hangover, perhaps. They did get blown out 52-24 by Alabama in the biggest game of the year. I'm saying.
Kirk, but I'd love it even more if it was updated.
There is a way to get the home you want. How do I? With Rocket Mortgage, you can turn your home's equity into cash. Now, the only thing left to do is visualize all the possibilities. When you're ready to turn your home into your dream home, Rocket can.
Brace yourselves. Can you guys start? Sure. Pop culture is a religion.
So we're gonna go to wherever the hell East Carolina's at. I don't know where they at, but that's where we're going right now. Looks like it's 14-7 East Carolina over South Carolina, and looks like East Carolina's just looks like South Carolina just punted. So
just starting the second half.
And they're also in the second half as well. Army's up 35-14. Looks like 35-14 over Western Kentucky.
What else?
So Army's handling business.
Fine. Now there's a flag back behind, and there is a Western Kentucky.
And there's still 7-7 there, and still war between Tulsa and Oklahoma State. Looks like they're also in the third quarter. Illinois UVA game is on the tube as well. However, they're just showing the Illinois schedule, so I can't really tell you the score there. And Auburn just scored again. Don't look like this was a take Bixby run. Or was it? Oh, Demetrius. Oh, that is the same Demetrius Robertson used to play for Georgia. I didn't know he went to Auburn. I thought he stayed at Georgia.
Well, that's not Richardson right there. That looks like to me.
Cashback Mac. Is this for real? Yeah. We met
Okay.
all the cashback new card members.
Opportunities down the road.
It's 42-14.
Because it's.
They must have started early then.
Back on the clock.
That game's over with. 42-14 in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter there. That game's over with. All right, so we're going back to Tampa. The game's back on now. So, yeah, we got a flag.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 71. Ball they place on 35.
That's a penalty now. A kickoff out of bounds. That's a stupid penalty.
Sell time now for a celebration moment. Brought to you by Allstate. Back to Columbus. I love this book. CJ Burdell up the middle.
Up the middle. Oh, it wasn't even a pass. It was a run. He just took it a distance. He hollered, all right. All right, so USF is back on the field on offense after that Jacob Copeland touchdown pass from AR-15. And they connect there, so it's going to be second down because it's on like 2 or 3 yards. Okay, they gave him an extra yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 6 then.
The big thing is to never allow it to be combative. And there's a very fine line with how Florida can manage that within their program leading up to a huge week next week against Alabama.
Oh, good stop. Don't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. What was that? Zach? Okay, Zachary Carter. Good stop.
Yeah, I think one of the big things that Todd Graham
Oh, let me change the scores from the Auburn game.
see out of his defense was really setting the edge, making sure that players like Carter and Cox and Moon don't allow the football outside of them. And there was a couple moments in the first couple of drives where it happened. It's a really good job by Carter there,
Oh,
making sure he holds that edge.
it's a 218. So let's say 28. All right, there we go. Come on, Jeremiah, get him. Interception. Jeremiah Moon once again with the pressure, and Kyer Elam says, "Give me that. I'll take it from you." Finally, I was waiting for my turnover, and I finally got it.
Say, first of all, don't block. Basically, a defensive end with the tailback. That's Moon right there. They're going to ask the T to try to block him. Not going to happen today, but and Moon puts pressure on Morgan. He's got to let it go early. That is an absolutely ridiculous interception by Elo. You talk about the ball skills. Wow.
George Patton, you better be looking at Jeremiah Moon whenever he comes out of Florida. Get him in Denver with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. Get Jeremiah Moon in Denver whenever he comes out the draft. I meant that.
Time with 5 different teams in the NFL, including the Jets, and of course his Uncle Matt, all SEC defensive back with the Gators, and a first-round pick by the Ravens. So the tradition continues. Kyer might be the best of the bunch.
All right, offense, make it 35-3. Just bury these guys. What you got, Emory?
He's looking for a big play.
Oh, I feel it's up. Okay, give it to Damien on that one. First down. I would say to go deep. I think we got a touchdown.
And then some. About 13.
It's a great job on that offensive line. You know, it's one of the benefits of play action pass. It's given protection. How good is Florida's offense been today? They started off Rocky 3-and-out and touchdown. Again, you see a 1-play drive and a 4-play drive. I mentioned it before, the big plays.
All right, so first down, ball's at the USF 39-yard line. Emery is going to run it this time. Picks up a couple yards there.
Maybe 6 yards on what looked like a broken play. It looked like he was thinking about taking the handoff or maybe doing a zone read with one side and back went the other way. That Mango there to bring it down.
Remember before I said you really wanted to see Emery play a little bit more instinctual and reactionary today? That's another example of it. A guy who might be trying to be perfect and thinking too much, tail back went the wrong way. Oh, what do I do? Instead he said, okay, I'm just going to follow my blockers, which you get taught as a young quarterback.
All right, 2nd and 5 for the Gators.
He did with 5 yards there.
The option and a crease for Jones.
Touchdown. Ran the option correctly, baby. Emery said you take it in this time. And before halftime, I'd like to see Kimura Gamble get a catch. I know Copeland and Henderson been doing their thing, but let's get Kimura Gamble involved. Let's get Justin Shorter involved. Let's get Ricky Wells more involved, right? Let's really spread that thing out. But I'll take that touchdown run up by Emery Jones, so best believe that.
Like you said, another scoring drive for the Gators offense.
McEmery goes back to the sideline, finds Anthony Richardson, and goes, all right, your turn, bub. What do you do, girl? Your chance.
35-40.
They've just alternated touchdowns. 3 now for Emery Jones, 2 for Anthony Richardson, 5 straight possessions. That ends in 7 for the Gators.
Look at this move. Cookies. Cut back. The superstar.
I think we're going to be all right, Gator Nation. I think this offense is going to be A-okay.
Gators up big.
Today, let's paint with New Bear Dynasty so that you can be proud of your walls. Really proud.
Where is your furniture?
Oh, we got it distracted from the new Bear Dynasty paint color.
Juniper berries blue.
Let me take your coats.
Because Bear Dynasty only takes.
Oh, all right, change the channel.
Thank you.
Then Emily got YouTube TV. Now her live TV can also record all of everything. No cable box needed. This is the happiest.
I have not shared my own stream out yet.
Same live TV and unlimited DVR, live alerts, so much better. YouTube TV, try it free.
Oh, wait, Ohio State just scored again. I just saw that.
Heavy challenge. Struggling for a little bit. Set the tone for the afternoon.
Let me share this out real quick. 35-3. It's still 27-0 Auburn in that game. So Ohio State trying to stay alive in this game. Oh.
Imagine a salad made
I
with
guess
fresh
we'll
cut
go
vegetables and warm hand-breaded
to.
chicken.
Got a Maxwell there.
Pressure as Pickett had to leave the pocket, second down and 10. Pickett wanted to go to his big tight end, Lucas Kroll. Good coverage down the field. On the pass rush of Blakely to get there. Forced the incompletion. Both Pitt and Tennessee won their openers. That beat UMass 51-7. A week ago, run play off the right side, and down goes Vincent Davis, hog tied by Banks. No gain. Third down and long, coming out. Quick change, big play defensively for Tennessee. We've seen them in this position a lot here today. And we've seen Kenny Pickett almost flawless on third down. 8 of 9, 80 yards, 4 going for first downs, and 1 for a touchdown. As Tom pointed out earlier, that conversation between Kenny Pickett and the offensive coordinator, Mark Whipple. Pickett went all the way to the sidelines to get one of those nuggets from his offensive coordinator. Pickett has been brilliant, though, on third down. Let's see what Mark Whipple dials up here in third down and 10 from the 27 of Tennessee. Pressure up the middle. Pickett in trouble and sacked at the 40-yard line by Banks. Maybe out of field goal range, thanks to Banks. Fourth down and long, a loss of 11. Huge play by the linebacker Banks. Watch him as he's going to get up the field, find a spot in that B gap. He comes completely clean. They bring more than Pitt has to block off the left side. And a huge defensive stand for Tennessee. Big play by Jeremy Banks. You and I were talking after our meeting with Tim Banks yesterday about how impressed we were with him and that potentially a head coach down the road and what he's doing with all the players that he lost. Take food advice from his recommendations you have made on Twitter have been disturbing, to say the least. As Jimmy Horn gets taken down shy of the 15-yard line this afternoon, our ABC College Football triple header continues. Iowa, number 9, Iowa State in Ames at 4:30 Eastern. And then Saturday Night Football presented by Capital One, Michigan, Washington. You can watch all the games, all season long, on the ESPN app as well. Arian Felix, left back run for a first down. He picks up 13 yards. Gabe Thornton, it has been an odyssey to get to the point where now he is the starting quarterback at USF. First drive of the game was a 3-and-out, but the second drive of the game, the 17-play drive that resulted in a field goal. They got some rhythm going. Now off his back foot.
Interception. Torres with the interception, baby.
Picks it off. There is a flag down, it looks like, as well.
The flag being in the defensive backfield, kind of where the receiver and Torrance were matched up with, leads me to think PI. Defense.
Never mind, then.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 10 yards. First down.
Take that interception off. Marshall with the penalty.
It's a double move. Mentioned it
Let's
before.
see.
Important moves and kind of just throws that ball up. Now, I don't know if he saw the flag. I don't know if he saw the PI. I don't like that decision.
That don't look like a whatever.
The flag was thrown on Marshall for that holding because if he threw it up, it's a poor decision on his end.
Let's picks up about a yard and a half. Vogel makes the tackle.
Yeah.
I don't think.
They don't like a pass interference to me.
The holding happens.
Holding.
So double move, right? When I sell a route as a double
Don't like a holding to me, but
corner, if it gets beat,
I think they just don't want to get the interception.
Better to give up that penalty in the yardage rather than something to go over your head. So I think that flag happened sooner.
Oh, that's it. Take my medicine. That's commercial.
Felix tries to get to the outside.
Good stop, defense.
Down shy of the 40-yard line by Amari Purdy. Chris?
Yeah, Bob, a lot of miscommunication on the South Florida offense. In between possessions, wide receivers talking about where they should be on their routes. Case Gordon trying to keep the rest of his guys cool. Not a lot rattles him. Trying to show some patience to the rest of the guys.
Jeff Scott talked about execution. You know, in comparison last week, he said the effort was good. Our execution wasn't good enough. I asked, how do you get it good? He just said, hammer it home.
Shovel pass right into the blitz. Rashad Torrance lays out Darian.
That was stupid for USF to do that.
Torrance comes off the edge right here, right side of your screen, shovel pass. He's the last guy.
That was dangerous too. I wouldn't have done that. Especially all those white jerseys around there. I would not have done that. Fortunately, he got it to the right player, but that could have been intercepted. I wouldn't do that again if I was that quarterback. I forget his name, Forbin, whatever his name is.
Stokes angles a punt to the sideline.
What's going on, awesomeness?
Scoring on 5 consecutive drives, all touchdowns. Will it be Anthony Richardson's turn again? He's 2 for his last 2.
Yeah, it was a beautiful play design on that last touchdown pass.
Just bear me for a moment. I'm sharing my stream out on these Gator groups, so that there's some of their participation.
That safety fakes now. We fake the bubble. Watch shorter in the slot. Sell it. That safety's got vision on Copeland. Just run by your guy. Bad eyes by the defense. Fake the quarterback draw. And it's just a beautiful throw by Copeland. So, again, I mentioned this. It is play design. You know, the play design by Dan Mullins. It's spectacular. But then it's also the players, both Anthony Richardson and Emory Jones, going out and executing it on the field.
Back to Emory Jones once again. He's got touchdowns on his last 3 possessions.
There you go, good catch.
Justin Shorter.
There we go. There's just a shorter sight.
Shorter's a guy that they want to get going a little bit. They'll find a way to get him the football. He's the transfer, 6'5", 230 pounds. As you see Robinson right there, the transfer from Rutgers. They want to figure out a way to get forward the ball. They need him once they get into the heart of their SEC schedule as a pass catcher.
Play action.
First down.
Sideline to a wide open receiver again. It is Jacob Copeland. Florida with late flags thrown after the play is over. They're averaging over 13 yards per play offensively. We might tack on a few more here. Copeland is still down.
Punt was over. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 23 in the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Matt Mangum.
Oh.
Hopefully for Copeland, all that is the wind being knocked out of him. He is able to get up and walk off the field.
Set.
That is a no doubt about it. 15-yard foul.
Yeah, you obviously the game is 35-3, and if you're Jeff Scott, you're like, I want our guys to play hard, but you're not trying to take cheap shots either. You know, you're not. That's not who you want to be as a program. You certainly want Mangum to be a leader when it comes to how hard they're going to play, not be tied to the scoreboard. But you don't want to have
those just went to sleep.
Hits that are cheap shots.
All right, so I shared it on the Gator groups. So let's see what happens.
3 minutes to go in the half.
All right, first and 10 for the Gators being loud. Ball's at 37-yard line. Hands it off to Lingard, and that's it. Oh, Lingard, not Lingard. But I'm gonna pick up a yard. As y'all know, Lorenzo Lingard, the transfer from Miami. He realized that Miami Hurricanes are a crap program, and they're not going to mount anything right now. So he made the trip up to Gainesville, to the better Florida school, who's capable of winning a national title, hopefully within the next 5 years. Hopefully when he's here. Here's Emory on the 2nd and 9. He throws it. Oh, he dropped Justin Shorter. He didn't have the touchdown, but that's the first goal. He held on to it, which would have worked, which probably would have been a touchdown the next play. Good throw by Emory, though. Justin just could not hold it in.
sideline, if you're shorter, and I mentioned it, he's a guy that they really need. They're going to need for him to go make those plays. It's not always going to be perfect. You're athletic enough. Go secure that catch.
All right, hands out to Malik, and he gets stuffed. So it doesn't look like we're going to get a touchdown this time.
Let's see if they punt it, play field position. Doesn't really matter up 35-3. They may decide to go for it. We'll see.
Take the field goal.
Here comes the kicking group.
I think this is a good decision by Dan Mullen. Again, I know it's not going to be impactful for the game, but it's also a great game rep for your punter.
Oh, they're going to punt. I would have took the field goal.
Gunners will track the ball and see if you can hit someone inside their 5 or 10 yard line.
Inside the 15-yard line, Jeremy Crawshaw creates the fair catch. And we've got a few of our upcoming AAC football games on ESPN Plus.
Murray State at Cincinnati today at 3:30 on ESPN. Then you got FAMU coming to Tampa next Saturday, playing against USF. As they show in the AAC. Meanwhile, pick 6 in Auburn. Who's responsible for it? Roger McCray, who's responsible for the pick 6 in Auburn. So it's 41-0 there. Now Auburn's putting away this FCS opponent like they should. Hey, Alabama State. Be sure he's got the Magic City Classic against Alabama A&M. Never forget that. Meanwhile, about 91 seconds left in the half. USF does have the ball right now after that punt. And he goes nowhere. He maybe picks about 2 yards, maybe 3 at the most. Meanwhile, Oregon's still up 20. Oregon's still winning. They're up 21-14 over Ohio State. They're midway through the third quarter, and so is the Auburn game. They're midway through the third quarter as well. And we got a face mask.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Number 3 can stay in the game. Number 3 can stay in the game.
Of course, you can stay in the game.
Penalty, that one on Trey Dean.
That's on Trey Dean is number 0, not number 3.
I think that now, if you're South Florida, minute 25 seconds left. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's Thompson. I think it's incidental. That wasn't intentional.
Something fun around here. I like watch 4. Good stop.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Diabate finishes them off for no gain.
Yeah, so either the next commercial or halftime, whichever comes first, I will go take this medicine for my tonsillitis. Especially I haven't really coughed. I don't think I coughed in the stream. If I did, maybe one time, but so we're getting back on track now. Oh, incomplete, baby. Nice defensive stop there, Helm. Breaking up that pass, which would have been a huge play for USF there.
Watch how he fights through. They're now pull the ball away. Man, that's spectacular. Because if he doesn't, Williams is going to go make that catch. And as he's falling down, he rips that ball away with the left hand.
51 seconds left in the half. But since the Auburn game is pretty much over with, it's 41-0 there. I might, after I take this medicine, I might take out to Columbus, Ohio for Oregon and Ohio State, since that is a closer game. And it's 4th down for USF, so good stop on 3rd down, guys.
I think for South Florida, it's going to be big to go into halftime, because if you look at their sideline right now, if Chris is down there, I'd love for her to tell us what the vibe is right now from her perspective, because from up here, it's just dead. And this is a program that is rebuilding. And the hardest part is when you are getting beat up like this in the first 6 quarters of your season, you really need great leadership on the sidelines to allow guys to feel like, all right, we still got to go play.
Oh! Catch interference by USF, so Gators going to pick up a couple yards there.
So that'll be a
The chances are, I think I see Dan Mullen just saying, "Yo, you know what? Just oh no, we don't. No, we don't get the ball to start the second half. So USF does. Scratch everything I just said. I think they're going to try at least get a field goal before halftime. Meanwhile, Oregon just scored again, so it's 28-14 there.
That will give the Gators the ball.
And 36 for Alabama State. Ball's at their own 41-yard line. They're down 41 to zilch. They probably just went on Magic City Classic and hoping A-Fizzle shows up. So Emory Jones 7 for 10, Buck 09, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He has 43 rushing yards. Meanwhile, Buck 16 for Anthony Richardson is 2 for 2, making both of them count for touchdowns. Has 18 rushing yards. And the good news is neither one of them threw an interception yet. Matter of fact, the offense hasn't turned the ball over.
Emory Jones will get a chance with 35 seconds to go in the half. Aquan right to his left.
It was wrong. There we go. Okay, yep. 30-some seconds. So you can get a field goal range. It's Jones finds Naquan Wright and a bunch of green jerseys come around. So Naquan Wright was probably not going to get much yards on that note. And it's going to be fourth down for ASU, Alabama State, not Arizona State. Might call it Arizona ASU game at the end of the year. We'll see. All right, I got to see what day that game on. If it was on Thanksgiving, I'm not doing it. If it's on Black Friday, maybe I consider it. If it's that week, it could be the week before.
I just think it's important to get as many reps as you can in those situations.
Now, 2nd and 10, Jones finds that, Anthony Davis, Malik Davis, picks up a couple of yards there. So it's going to be 3rd down.
Make a good decision. See the check down and take it.
Yeah, and if you get a completion here on 3rd down, you can pop the timeout and then get some chunk plays. Again, to try to get yourself in the field goal range, because you don't know the next time Emory Jones is going to be in a game-like situation where it's going to matter. The 2-minute drill and operation is going to matter. Right here, you're thinking completion, get a 1st down, pop your timeout.
17 seconds left. You're going to the Naquan Wright, and I think that may do it for the half. Yep, 1.5 time. I don't see USF running that last time out. Play it safe, you know, it's in the half. I'd rather don't.
I think they should have taken advantage of those reps.
Me personally, I'd rather just took a chance. But because if that's the case, if you're just going to do all that, oh shit. If you're just going to do all that, you might well just down the ball and go in the locker room. It just didn't make sense. But yeah, I'll take this lead on 35-3 at the half, though. Let's believe that. And I'm going to step away for a brief second. So y'all be easy. A-Fizzle Productions will be right back after these messages. And don't forget tonight on the Sports Live and ATL channel and on Superstation WTVS. Sweeta and Where You Hiding, a BFF best friend forever sleepover. Make sure y'all tune in. Guest appears by A-Fizzle maybe. Not there in Atlanta, but here on the panel. We shall see.
3 times the hair fighting ingredients of the leading dryer sheet. Simply toss into the dryer to bounce out
This halftime report is brought to you by. Where the fuck you want to be brought to you by? Think about ordering me some Marco's pizza after the game. All right, so Florida USF still at the half. Looks like Auburn is going. Looks like the Auburn game is going to the fourth quarter. They're up 55-0. They rolling along, and Oregon Ohio State game also going to the fourth quarter. Oregon's up 28-14 there. Meanwhile, some scores around college football. Let me get that up first. So here are the current scores going on in the world of college football as of right now. I'm gonna update this first. Oh, no wonder why the Illinois Virginia game was already okay. They started at 11 a.m. I did see something about that a couple days ago. I forgot. All right, so meanwhile, in the world of college football, we got Kent State taking care of business against VMI 60-10. Kent State with a bounce back win after that crucial loss to Texas A&M. Like I said, Auburn's up 55-0 over Alabama State. That game is OV. That's why we're not going back to Auburn. And I already stated Oregon's up 28-14 over Ohio State. As they get ready to go to the fourth quarter as well. Ohio State is not struggling a little bit to start off the year, that's for sure. South Carolina and East Carolina now tied at 14, which is good because I think I got South Carolina on the parlay and I got them to cover. So South Carolina, fuck y'all. I hate the Gamecocks with a passion, almost as much as I hate Bama and FSU. But for this once, come through for A-Fizzle Productions. You got one job. That's a cover against East Carolina. All right, but if I don't got y'all on the parlay, then fuck you anyway. I hope East Carolina smash your shit in. And that's that. All right. Meanwhile, other scores. Pittsburgh Tennessee somebody just scored recently on that Tennessee game. I want to say Tennessee just scored. But nonetheless, Pitt is winning 34-27. 2 minutes left in the third quarter there. And people thought Tennessee was good. Good at what? Well, I know sports out in the ATL may be a little pleased with this one. Georgia Tech over Kennesaw State 38-17. Much needed win here. Well, it's not over. It's midway through the fourth quarter in Atlanta. But much needed win for Georgia Tech after that embarrassing loss last week to Northern Illinois. Had a chance to win it at the end, but the field goal was blocked. Wake Forest big over Norfolk State 41-9. Michigan State big over Youngstown State 42-14. Minnesota hanging on for dear life right now over Miami of Ohio, the Red Hawks, 28-20. Northwestern up on Indiana State 24-6. Tulsa, who is on FS1 right now, they had taken the 3-point lead over Oklahoma State. That score was recently tied when the Florida game went to halftime. And I think Florida is about to get ready to start off with the second half there against USF. Tulane's up 52-7 over Morgan State. Wyoming's up 28-10 over Northern Illinois, a team that Georgia Tech cannot beat last week. Vodtech at the half, 14-0 over Middle Tennessee State. I think Rutgers and Syracuse. Yeah, Rutgers and Syracuse. They're on the 2 right now. Tied up 0-0 in the second quarter. And I think that may be it. Army defeated Western Kentucky 38-35. Notre Dame is also playing right now. They're on the Peacock Channel, 7-3 over Toledo. And that's it. All right, so third quarter is now about to begin.
USF will start the third quarter with the football. And after a fair catch, they will start at their own 25-yard line. Chris?
Yeah, Dan mentioned the decision-making by the quarterbacks, and that's what Dan Mullen was most pleased with, their game management, how they've gone in and out of checks, particularly because this USF defense has shown some different things than what they saw on tape a week ago. The only thing that I would like to see out of my offense is a little bit more efficiency.
Don't we all, Dan? We all want to see more efficiency.
I love that. Kind of very much setting the mindset. We can still do things better and not to rest on, oh, it was easy.
We knew we were going to see both USF quarterbacks as well. Timmy McLean, the true freshman.
All right, so yes, I switch quarterbacks.
It's a first down carry for Jared.
All right, defenses, let's get it now. I know they posted those halftime on Facebook or Twitter, I suppose. I was over there Bad Dog Street. Excuse me. Yeah, I was over there in Bad Dog Street for a second, talking a little bit about the Broncos-Giants game. No, I did not. They're not post those halftime. It's 3 o'clock right now, Eastern. And we got a flag. The hands on defense.
Good job by Weaver trying to fight back for the football. Helm's got his eyes on it. He just kind of puts his hands on Weaver as he goes down to the ground. You were talking about Timmy McLean, and I'd say two things that stood out were he thinks fast at the position. It showed, and then he's carried himself on tape with hit factor. You just wanted to value the football way more.
Come on, defense.
On every single snap.
Keeper here. Good for a first down for the Bulls. Well, Jeff Scott told us had he played better last week, he would have won this job into the starter today. The reason they went back to Cam Thornton was they're not the best quarterback after the spring and the fall was because Timmy McLean didn't take the bull by the horns, for lack of a better phrase, and take over and win the job. Underthrown ball here. And it's incomplete down to the bottom.
Okay, incomplete.
Marshall, step for step, playing in coverage. Gregory
does a great job stacking, and Marshall just kind of hand fight, little tug, and then at that last second does a good job of looking back for that ball and getting in the way of Gregory. I mentioned it before.
All right, 2nd and 10 for USF. Ball's at the Florida 38-yard line. And they're going to be stopped. Lost about 2 yards there, so I'm pretty sure USF's officially out of field goal range now. Ohio State, I see y'all. Real themselves within 7.
But when the opportunity presents itself, operate and execute in the way that tells Coach, okay, he's now showing me that he's capable of going out and performing at the expectation level that we have.
They lost 3 on the play, so it's 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
Oh, picked up the blitz there. But not enough.
No, we get into these conversations all the time with college football quarterbacks. When teams are undecided on their starter, sometimes there's things that a guy can do that another player can't, and that's a perfect example. McLean can go make that play on an unblocked rusher, and Gordon can't. Right now, this is where you want to see him grow. 4th and 5.
Oh, they're going for it. Come on. They can stop here, guys. Out of bounds. Turnover down. Gator ball.
And he's going to get man coverage when he wants to find Petit on a swing route, left side of your screen. Right now. There's just a second late. Just think, you see that backside backer flow to the back because of the pressure.
I watch that. That's commercial.
See it as a true pressure. Oh, the throw has to go there. And for a guy that played fast last week, you just wanted to see that quicker and make sure that ball gets out of the teeth.
All right, offense, let's go. Make it 42-3.
Obviously, the top 10 matchup between Iowa and Iowa State, but an in-state rivalry as well. Later on tonight, Utah BYU on ESPN.
Yeah, I would say the Iowa State would know because Brees Hall for Iowa State, the tailback, going against such a great defense in Iowa. You know, you want to see, is Iowa State really ready to go take that next step? You know, Iowa's got a top 3 run game defense since the start of last season. If Iowa State's really going to go and have that huge opportunity this year in the Big 12 and have Campbell and ability to step forward, that's the game that they obviously have to go and kind of dominate today.
Yeah, 2nd and 9. Emory keeps it. Picks up the first down.
Starter steps for a first down.
That's all he does is pick up first down there.
Not only the decision making in the pass game, but in the run game as well. Emory sees defensive end closes down, gives me an open space to my left. I'm going to get those yards on that zone read. And I think he's been way more decisive both as a thrower and a runner. I had it in my notes last week. You know, there's a difference between being a great athlete and a great runner, and he's showing a little bit more being a great runner today.
Puts him over 170 yards of total offense. Jacob Copeland.
Oh, still fighting. Let's go.
Like he may have shoved his way to the first down line of the game. He did. Took Matthew Hill for a piggyback run.
Great fight by Copeland. Watch the patience. Slot receiver push up, come out, catch the ball with your hands, fight up that defender, and keep going. This is his opportunity, the junior. Pensacola says, I don't care what the score says. I'm going to continue to play as hard as I can.
All right. First set of downs after that Copeland play. Oh my God. Oh boy. He underthrew that one. That was underthrown. Yeah. Every chance to catch that interception.
I think, and I said this, and you thought you know it. Look at that's exactly what he does with his hand there. He says, hey, he's already up there. There is a difference between assuming and predetermining. It's okay to predetermine as a quarterback.
So USF gets the ball right back. They are in the red zone after that interception.
Based on how good to that point Emory Jones had been, how much of a dent does that put into the thought process of Dan Mullen going forward that Alabama game next week? We see him go out there against an inferior opponent and still make a mistake like that.
That's a tough one because it's relatively simple. You know, and you know that.
All right, hold him to a field goal then.
It is a fun time for Dan Mullen and Emory Jones because, again, today it's his second career start, but that is a relatively simple thing that you don't expect Emory Jones to do.
3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal. Rashad Torrance saved the touchdown.
You can see a little bit of the athleticism by McClain. Fake pitch out, and he just follows his pulling guard, and tight end Brinkman gets inside that 1 yard line. I think quarterback run is up again for USF.
Want to go quickly?
Oh, fumble! Get it! We got it back, baby! Oh, we didn't get it back?
With USF, but they'll have to send a field goal through back now. After 3rd and goal at the 1, because 4th and goal at the 15.
Oh, bad snap.
One of the downsides when you get into those really short yardage situations, you see the effort by every.
Oh, so Johnson Notre Dame was able to get that ball at the last minute. So USF does get it back. Barely. We up to a field goal though.
That ball comes high and hot.
If he makes it though. That's
so quickly, and that came too quickly for the true freshman.
Terrell Williams recovered the fumble.
Yeah, he makes it. So field goal is good. 35-6. Well, this is coming out the end zone. So win all loss.
Interception thrown by Emory Jones. Turns into 3. Easily could have been 7. If not for the Justin Shorter hustle play.
With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn unlimited 4% cash back on dining out.
The guard pulls out. Ohio State plays it a little bit better than they have in the past. They give up 3 touchdowns on this play, but they're in a huge third down. Oregon went to the exact play that has been the most successful play for them of the day, and it works again, and they move the chains. Ryan Roth, number 53, what a great block. Oregon first and 10 at the 14.
Okay, so since the Army game's all, they got the Auburn game back on the game mix. So after that Emory Jones interception, USF nearly gets this close. So getting their first touchdown of the season. Then the botch snap happens, sends it back a couple of yards. Had a cell for a field goal, which was good. So it is now 35. Oh, that's not coughing this thing now. So 35-6. Meanwhile, Auburn scores again. So I'm gonna go on mute for 1 second.
6-yard line. This is
And he's still out there. First down. If he throws another interception, you got to yank him out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Throws another interception, you take him out the game. I understand you're trying to build his confidence up, but you got a sizable lead. Don't let these guys get back in the freaking game.
Mullen right now is just trying to instill some confidence in Emery. You can see that coming out and throwing on first down, trying to really go, okay, a couple mistakes, let's get you back.
Avoiding a sack, sucking it under. Picking up about 7 yards. Yeah, Anthony Richardson, after watching back-to-back interceptions thrown by Emory Jones, are you sitting there maybe wondering what it's going to take for you to get back on the field?
Yeah, I would use different words if I could. Why do you take it off? I'd sit there, hey, man, you know, I had the opportunity. I played incredibly well. Why can't I go out there and show you more of what I can do after those mistakes?
Damian Pierce picks up the first down. And
I promise you, it's being caught by teammates as well. You know, your teammates can see. I'm sure some of those teammates are sitting there going, okay, is Anthony going to go out there? Is it now going to go be Anthony's turn after those 2 interceptions by Emory Jones?
After the Gators ran for 400 yards last week, they're over 200 on the ground today. They'll add 2.
Run it.
Jones spins for 4.5 more.
Yeah, Richardson not quite as vocal as Dan would be in this situation. He has not gone up, talked to Dan Mullen at all. Really, it just kind of sat by himself, smiling with his teammates, but has not pleaded his case.
Good teammate. It's a good teammate. I'm sure I would hope inside. Sitting there going, I wanted to get some run. But being a good teammate in that situation, great maturity by AR.
Maybe he just likes his pass. Sit right where it is right now. 116 yards for the touchdown.
I mean, it kind of goes back to what Dan Mullen said about the relationship, the friendship.
It's on his passer rating.
He asked him, do you like the relationship? These guys, Anthony came out supporting Emory last week.
Georgia game can be starting momentarily as well. So once the the Auburn game goes away, I'm probably gonna switch this forward to the Georgia game. Put that on the screen on the ticker. Meanwhile, Emory runs it, and it's gonna be 4th down.
Emory Jones picks up a couple. Leave their offense on the field. Anthony Richardson was there on Twitter at least to support Emory Jones. But look, stay tuned to watch my guy work. He knows what he's doing. That's basically the backup quarterback. Reading between the lines saying to Gators fans, I'm not part of a quarterback controversy. I'm doing my part, but I'm
4th and 3, going for it. Got to make it count. Throw it. Throw it. First. Oh, he didn't catch it. They can't hang on to it. And the Auburn game is officially over. 62-0 is your final there in the Plains. So, you know they're finna roll some trees.
Again, you can't just completely secure it all the way to the ground. But how about the South Florida defense getting off the field, giving the ball back to the young quarterback?
That fucking sucks. Dang. Had a really good first half. Now you just being stuck in neutral in the second half. Got a quarterback throwing an interception. You keep him in the freaking game. Come on now. You got to put Anthony Richardson on the next drive. No ifs, ands, or buts, especially if USF scores again. It's like if USF scores again and Emory Jones is back out there, I'm about convinced that you're letting USF get back in this game. Oh, I done muted the game. All right, here we go. So we're waiting on the Florida game to come back. USF will have the ball once that game comes back to commercial. Looks like Oregon and Ohio. Like Ohio State must have got the ball back. The crowd is hype. Still 35-28, about 7 minutes, 55 seconds left in that game. Florida game will be in the fourth quarter real soon. Oh, they finna get the ball back. They finna punt. It's gonna be stuffed. All right, so let's see what let's see what the defense can do. Let's see if they can get a turnover of their own.
You probably ate 10,000 calories though.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think the BYU Utah game is interesting just because Charlie's rumors of transfer.
All right, good stop. Good stop. Second down.
There's a lot of really good, challenging college football
Desmond Watson, he was 480 pounds when he got to Florida. He's lost 80. Got him listed as an even 400.
My favorite thing about it is he's weird 21.
Got him.
Tough to move.
Oh, almost had the sack.
Shouldn't even play.
Okay, so the Oregon-Ohio State game is still okay. So that okay. So the Oregon-Ohio State game cast still going on. It just caught back up. So it is Ohio State's ball. They're gonna have a chance to tie it up. You know, under a minute left in the third quarter here in Tampa, between the Gators and the USF Bulls. Florida trying to force a 3 and out here, which will be major if they can do that. They can do it, and they do it. Great job, defense. 3 and outs. So the Gators are going to get the ball back. It looks like Oregon will start possession. Never mind.
Jeff Scott, that head coach, has got to be thinking, maybe I'm watching a guy that we are going to turn to. He said the first 4 weeks of our season, win and develop and grow.
Florida definitely needs to score on this drive.
Andrew Stokes, that is a check. That is going to give the Gators the ball potentially near midfield. That's actually a very generous South Florida spot to the 40-yard line. There's been plenty of good with Emory Jones. How about the finish line?
He's going to watch the corner gets off and just assume that means easy coverage. The point drops underneath. He doesn't see the whole picture. Now we got the play action coverage. Ball's up now. Look at all that space you can throw to. Just drive it. But he hitch, and he's so late. Watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 hitches. You will forever be taught as a quarterback when you are throwing the crossing.
Trying to get the Georgia game on the game cast. And maybe I might put the Alabama game around the Oregon game. Well, the Oregon game might be gone, might be over by the time the Alabama game kick off. The Georgia game should be kicking off about less than 5 minutes. Meanwhile, Anthony Richardson is out there now. Come on, Anthony. Don't disappoint me, dude. 41 seconds left in the game, in the third quarter. Richardson keeps it. He's going to run it. Picks up first down. Goes out of bounds. No, he did not pick the first down. He's going to be just short. And unless he still upsets out of bounds. So that's going to stop the clock there.
Show me you want this job by the way you play, by the way you carry yourself.
So I'm going to come back to this in a second.
Number 5, every Jones. Let me see if you can hit it.
Another quarterback hit.
And Richardson gets himself again. This time he does pick the first down. And that's going to be in the third quarter there. With the score of Florida, 35, USF 13. So Gators get shut out by the Bulls, 10-0 in this quarter.
I'm excited to watch the fourth quarter with him in that jersey. Show me that you want this job.
So we're going to go back to Columbus for a minute. Columbus, Ohio. Just like we're going to have a nail biter here. They can get Auburn game out of here now. That game over with.
Is it right at the very tip top of the helmet? I think it is. So I do think you have the potential of a targeting penalty. Replay would have to put it on.
I'm going to change. I'm going to put the Georgia game up. Put the Georgia score up here now. Where's it?
officials have not made an announcement, so this is not ending. We'll see if replay.
No, I'll wait. It hasn't started yet. Once it starts, I'll put it up there. Yeah, we're going to the fourth quarter. I'm going to put it up there on Facebook. And about 22 and a half minutes before the Alabama game kicks off against Mercer, who the Gators will, as y'all know, Florida will be playing Alabama next week. And apparently a Buckeye must have got ejected out here, a bunch of boos.
Sent a message to our truck. They have looked at it and ruled that there was no targeting. So this will remain 4th and 18 after this collision here between Osula and Priscilla.
Yeah, Buckeye fans chanting bullshit, bullshit. So apparently he must have got charged for targeting. Not charged, but apparently he must have got penalized for targeting. But nonetheless, must have been 4th down because Ohio State had just punted, so Oregon gets the ball back. So interesting drive for the Oregon Ducks. If they can milk the clock good enough, they can put themselves in good position to win this game. But if Ohio State could force a quick 3 and out, they will have a really strong chance of getting the ball back with another grand opportunity to tie the game there. Meanwhile, in Knoxville, whatever, Tennessee still down 41 to 34. Excuse me, to Pitt. They're also in the fourth quarter as well. Tulsa, Oklahoma State, both of them in the dog fight there. Looks like they're in the fourth quarter. Looks like Oklahoma State is going to. Oklahoma State's going to survive. Meanwhile, South Carolina. South Carolina comes away with the win, 20-17 over East Carolina, with that game-winning field goal just now. So Oklahoma State and South Carolina both win. And the Gamecocks will start off 2-0, which will be short-lived because they got Georgia next week, and we all expect everybody who has half a brain, even 25% of the brain, expects Georgia to beat South Carolina next week. Now we head back to Tampa as the game is back on between Florida and USF, and the fourth quarter is now beginning. So final 15 minutes is Richardson. Throw it. He throws it, and it's caught. Jacob Copeland, 1st and goal, baby. Nice catch, Jacob. Anthony Richardson needs to be the starter next week against Alabama. He's outplayed Emory thus far. You got no choice, Dan. You need to start Anthony Richardson next week.
While I'm taking that hit, and you're throwing the ball into a very tight window. He misses that. That's a hit. Anthony Richardson.
1st and goal, Gators. Meanwhile, 3rd and 8 for the Oregon Ducks. They're at their own 24-yard line. Less than 5 minutes.
He can't, so now he has to move to his left. Watch. And then that throw is perfect.
This is clearly a catch. That's a catch in the NFL. That looked like 2 feet down, complete control from Jacob Copeland. So this, I don't think, is one they have to spend too much time reviewing. He's got
Of course that's a catch. Come on. I know y'all not reviewing that, man. That's stupid.
Emory Jones and Anthony Richardson each dead even with 152 yards passing. And now Richardson's helmet popped off. So he's going to have to leave the field for one play unless Florida calls a timeout to get him back out there. After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Complete pass.
Of course it's completed.
Watch this again, right? You're going to get a play action pass movement. Go to your right. Put your foot in your mouth because you can't. Run away from people. Someone barreling down on you and throw a 50-yard ball, 45-yard ball against main coverage. There's things that just.
I'm put this word in there for
talent that you can't necessarily coach it into that.
the Georgia game is pushing on the way now.
Example of, hey, this kid can do some stuff that a lot of people are unable to do.
Quarterback run, Henry Jones. We'll see if Anthony Richardson, especially with that last terrific pass, earns his way right back onto the field after losing his helmet for a play, or if Dan Mullen's going to stick with Henry Jones here inside the 5-yard line.
I would not be able to contain my emotion as well as
It looks emotion-free.
it's maturity, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be mature enough to stand there and watch somebody else run my football team.
I can see that.
All right, second and goal.
Play action.
Play action. It's Emery. Ooh. Why'd you throw it there, Emery? Why did you throw it there? That was terrible. All that, you don't see that coverage, dude. Come on now. If you're gonna be the quarterback, you have to analyze the field. That's too much coverage. You shouldn't have thrown it there. If he's gonna throw it in the area, you should have thrown it to Copeland. You should have thrown it to Copeland. If he catches it, he walks in for the touchdown.
I am shocked that Anthony Richardson is not on the field.
Like the Gator fans that are here, the boos we just heard, they're thinking the same thing. Henry Jones. That'll be 4th down and goal as he finds Malik Davis.
Well, at least he does find Malik Davis for the catch. I'll run it. Give it to Naquan. Let him punch it in. Unless you want to do an option. Either do the option or give it to Naquan right.
You've got this young player that has done nothing but be electric when he's got in the field, and there's only so much you can hold back. You put all the work in, and you take advantage of your opportunities when you get put in there, and then you kind of feel like it's getting snatched away from you. What's the deal, folks?
Play action. Back in the end zone again, a lob looking for the tight end.
That was a terrible play. Terrible play. I don't blame that on Emory Jones. I blame that on Dan Mullen. I say if you're gonna keep Emory Jones in, you should have did like an option play or a jet sweep or something. That was not a good play. You gotta get points in that situation.
But your customers, they still expect things to be simple, and they want it all personal.
Where's Georgia at?
With IBM, you can do both. Businesses like this.
Oh, there it is. Holy snap. What just happened in Columbus?
There were two things off of the Ohio State film from last week. Or at the top time, that's on defense. If they play man coverage all day, Oregon will get big plays. We talked about. And the first thing on the Ohio State offense was Stroud has a tendency to throw the ball high. We've seen both of those things play out here at Ohio State. And now it comes down to execution here. Again, 2 timeouts left for Ohio State. If they can get a stop, you're looking at getting the ball back
Georgia already scored 7-0. Oh, so Stetson Bennett hits Burton for a 73-yard touchdown pass just there. So that's why Georgia's up 7-0 already. I might put Alabama score up here. I'm really debating it right now. About 3 minutes left in the game. About 3 minutes left in the Oregon-Ohio State game, by the way. Oregon does have the ball. Shit.
His parents. First of all, Michael playing for South Florida, pursuing a master's degree in exercise science. Both of his parents were teachers. His dad, Ricky, an assistant principal with the Department of Juvenile Justice in Polk County, and Mom Carla, an assistant principal.
I accidentally cut what I was about to post on Facebook, so I'm just going to shorten it.
Both parents and teachers didn't allow him very much.
So we can get back to this thing. Go interception. And he catches it. Oh my God. It's not good. Not good.
Low snap. McClain handles it. Goes down.
This guy on that play.
Lost about 3. Desmond Watson with the tackle, and let's check in.
Bob, back to Columbus. Down 7. Ohio State with no football here in the fourth quarter. Less than 3 minutes to go. C.J. Stroud, this can't happen, Philip. No, it can't happen. And consistently throughout the first couple of games of the season, he's been piling.
Oh, it's intercepted.
McKinley, and right now the Ducks have the ball. Take all the time.
Couple first down sending for Oregon.
They have the lead by 7.
Come on, we need to stop your defense. Apparently, Dan Mullen over here acting like freaking the Broncos offense, doing stupid shit, man. Come on, man. I expect this from Vic Fangio on Sundays. Don't tell me I expect this from Dan Mullen on Saturdays with the competent coaching. Keeping Emory Jones after the 2 interceptions. They ain't at 4th and goal play. What the hell y'all thinking? Or the offensive coordinator? Somebody wasn't thinking.
From the side, first time out in Florida, 30 seconds. Median timeout. 35-13. Gators have the lead.
All right, so that's one commercial. We're going to go back to Columbus for a second. 2nd and 7, apparently, for the Ducks. First down will end it for Oregon. All right. Oh, did he get it? I'm gonna lock you sticking out. It's annoying. Oh, timeout Ohio State. And that's our last one.
Know that. And they came in here and we had a great conversation with Mario Cristobal this week. There was quite confidence about him.
unapologetic about his style and his manner. And he said, listen, here's the bottom line. I love to grind. It's in my nature. My parents came to America. They worked multiple jobs. There were no excuses in my family ever. And every day there was a reckoning. And you had to show up and do your job. And they said, I love this. I love being a coach. I love the grind. We are building something here. That's why I stayed. He got that contract extension, back-to-back Pac-12 championships, a Rose Bowl. And here, this will be, when they hold on, and if they hold on, the biggest win that the Pac-12 has had, maybe since Oregon beat Florida State in the playoff, in the very first edition of the playoff before they faced these Buckeyes in the national championship game. What a monumental day, not just for the Oregon Ducks, but for the entire West Coast and Pac-12 football. Fourth down and one. Anthony Brown.
Timeouts to try to tie the game up. Oh, damn, Kyler Murray's tolerance hasn't been in a million times there. Second and 5 now. Close it downfield.
Ducks trying to see if they can get the Buckeyes to jump offside. Time for today's celebration moment, sponsored by Allstate. Who is going to be celebrating today? This is the moment.
It's got the ball. Rubbing touchdown. Another couple of first downs to land it. Tennessee's only got one timeout left. 2:18
matchups. And Alabama just looks so good. He looked so good last week against Miami. Explosive on offense, dominant and physical on defense.
Get him. There we go. Fourth down.
11:20 to go. And USF is going to punt. This is a white flag right there. And you've got a freshman quarterback, I get that. But you're down by 3 scores with 11 minutes to go. He's made some plays for you. Why are you punting him?
Yeah, I get your angle. I think as a head coach, you're trying to go through your process and you're just got to play good football. Certainly 4th and 8 is a little different than 4th and 2. So I can understand punting, and let's just try to continue to teach our young football team how to play the game the right way situation.
I don't know if I would want to go through the motions as a player and learn how to play better. I would maybe want my head coach to make decisions where I would have a chance to continue to win. As we take a look at our game track brought to you by Mission Tiger. And let's look at the numbers that Anthony Richardson has put.
All right. AR-15, let's go.
He's been a big play machine.
Yeah, we saw a play action bomb early on. It was a perfect throw to Copeland. He was wide open. We saw another
So Oregon's going to beat Ohio State.
On that play action, he moves to his left and throws against man coverage. So I've been impressed with him. I was very impressed with him last week on tape. And I've been impressed with his maturity. And I've been blown away with him as a pro.
Georgia's in the red zone. Meanwhile, Richardson still on his feet. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going, AR. Let's go. Touchdown, baby. There's that 40 burger. Finally, we got some score. Score in the second half. Much needed.
That is the last thing that a Gator fan wants to see.
Uh-oh. He's limping.
Man, I hope that young man is okay. Because he is special, electrifying.
He's walking, so he's limping, but he's walking. So he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's walking off on his own power. He probably just need to let him do what they no. He probably just need to rest these right quick, babe.
Injury may be the only way that it happens.
I think it's tough to say in your football team, we're going to play the best who help us to win the most. How about a quarterback in a zone read that runs through a safety and then has the ability to stiff arm and run away from defenders with long speed? 15 has shown up.
Okay, I think it's just a cramp.
That's your starting quarterback.
Helping them discover their dreams is one of the best parts of being.
All it is just a cramp. Georgia scores again. Speaking of, it's 14-0 there in Athens.
Listen, it was ruled a forward pass. I would expect him to stay with that ruling because it was technically kind of out of his control. Let's put it to you this way: if that was like a fumble opportunity, that would have been said he lost control. That ball was probably out of his hand.
Right, reviewing something in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, so I think based on what he's communicating there, he's saying, listen, it's forward pass. After review, the ruling on the field confirmed there was a pass, the passer wasn't down. The line to gain was made with 14 seconds. The injury occurred after the first down was made. The clock will start on my signal. So Ohio State at the line of scrimmage ready. From the 23, 14 seconds to go. Stroud in trouble again, and this time he goes down clean. Wow. Terrific pressure for Oregon.
What? The swelling's starting to go away now from the tonsillitis. And that is it. Oregon with the upset over Ohio State, 35-28. Pac-12. I see y'all out there. You see, well, can't really put my stock in UCLA upsetting LSU because LSU may not be as good as a lot of people thought they were going to be this year. And watch them struggle again and find a way to beat Florida in October. It never fails. Hopefully Florida will not be blocked off this year, man. We old from last year. But good win for Oregon, you know, good win for the Oregon fans out there, you know. Statement win. Especially y'all definitely need this after the Fresno State game last week. You know, a lot of people kind of written off Oregon after that. All right. And back. Oh, I forgot to change the Florida score and the Georgia score.
His third explosive touchdown play of the day. He grabbed at the back of the right hamstring. And now you are a Gators fan. You're thinking about Alabama next week, and you are left to wonder about that young man's physical condition going into a game where if you pulled off the upset, it could make your season.
And I'll put. I think Texas A&M game might be on too. Hold on, let me see. Oh no! Don't end that. Don't end it. Don't end it. We're not done here yet. Let's see. Texas A&M. Oh yeah, they on. Oh, they been on. So I'm gonna do it like this.
You got Georgia looking for their first offensive score of the season. No JT Daniels out with an injury. That's his first pass. Touchdown. You know, when you run the ball like Georgia does, the flash and pass always sucks the defenders up.
Yep, 14-0, Georgia Bulldogs.
Another touchdown pass. They're up 14-0 against UAB.
Meanwhile, Texas A&M trailing Colorado 7-0 right now.
Ohio State career. Oh no.
Oh no. Meanwhile, we got Iowa and Iowa State. Looks like they'll be kicking off at the bottom of the hour. It's now approaching 4 o'clock hour here, Eastern. USF has the ball. Down 42-13 with a little over 10.5 minutes. Well, about 10.5 minutes left. Meanwhile, Penn State got 7-0 over Ball State. Mercer and Alabama getting ready to kick off. Toledo 16-14 over Notre Dame right now. And they're about to go to halftime. And Virginia Tech is holding on to a 14-7 lead over Middle Tennessee State. So they're midway through the third quarter. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 for USF after that one. Incomplete. Underthrown.
I love Ohio State and Ryan Day. I love Dabo and Clemson. But to get Oregon into the picture now and going, a different team that maybe is really resurgent.
And then, like I said, bottom of the hour, we got Iowa versus Iowa State. Clemson got a scrimmage game at 5 o'clock against South Carolina State. And Oklahoma later on tonight against Western Carolina in their little scrimmage game. Then you got Texas and Arkansas, the old Southwest Conference rivalry renewed. Appalachian State taking on Miami at 7 o'clock. Then you got a bunch of who gives a shit games after that. Oh, Washington, Michigan. We also got that game as well. 8 p.m. on ABC. So which game should I put up? Mercer or Aggie Land? I'll pull up Aggie Land. I can keep it with Alabama. I'll put Alabama right here. Okay, put Alabama right there. I'm using this phone. So we'll pull up Texas A&M and Colorado right here. Aggieland, 3rd-15 at their own 16-yard line. They're struggling over there in Texas A&M. All right, I'm like 39 when we get back. So I'm going to get rid of the Oregon-Ohio State score. I'm going to post up the Texas A&M score.
Then from 4 to 9 p.m., reduce use and take it easy on our energy. Sign up today.
Want a chance to win $10,000 for your ultimate game day experience?
Texas
A&M.
They're in the first quarter still.
It's easy.
Quarter
the buns.
number 5, I think. Yeah.
Jay Leto's back and joining the Fox 11 family. How he's bringing fun and laughs back to late night with an old friend. Monday at 8:45 on Good Day LA.
Texas A&M Aggies. 0. Oh, 1-0-0-1.
It will haunt your senses. The heart-pounding Audi SUV.
Oh, they also won 0.
Is it a
Colorado.
Is it a taco? Yes. Yes, it is. Step 1.
Buffalo 7. Okay.
2 flour tortillas. Step 2. Stuff it. Del Taco's new stuffed quesadilla taco.
I guess I put Mercer in Alabama. I don't know if I'll put that game cast up here. Gotta get a Dell, yeah. And Mercer's 1-0.
It will haunt your senses. The heart-pounding Audi SUV family.
The Rams aren't the only squad with a new quarterback in town. Join me, Kyle Craftsman, with
Bears
in the Fox 11 Sports
0.
live from SoFi Sunday.
Oops, didn't put the record. 1-0. Versus Bears 0. Denver number 1. Alabama Crimson Tide 0. All right. This small. Right there. Oh. Yeah. That should be good. Florida Gators on commercial. Do this. Put Mercer and Alabama down here. Down. All right, Florida game back on now, so we're gonna go back to that. Well, I'm getting the Alabama game on my laptop. The game cast that is. Get him. Good stop. 4th down.
2.5 yard shot first down. 4th down.
Last time, I'd like to see you put Tim in play in this situation to see if you can go get, kind of will your team go first down.
4th down. They're probably gonna go for it. They got nothing to lose. Oh, they're gonna punt. Okay. Grambling taking on Southern Miss tonight, so let's go Grambling. Doesn't get another get Southern Miss, but I'm always pulling for HBCU schools to do well.
It should be because you're planning on going for it on 4th down.
All right, make it 49-13.
And Graham for a fair catch. 13-yard line. Well, Anthony Richardson's day is done, but he certainly put on enough of a show before he tweaked his hamstring on his last touchdown.
Just look at the revolutions of the football spin as you see
All right, there we go.
The fake quarterback power pop. Again, the coverage isn't there, but both those throws are perfect. And then as a quarterback, you have the ability to run through.
There we go. Not so don't want to knock this over. Well, I want to move it over close enough I can see the score. So we got the Georgia game, Alabama game, and the Texas A&M Colorado game on my screen right now, game cast wise. Anthony Richardson's day is done, so it looks like we're gonna see Emory the rest of the way. Just don't throw any more interceptions, Emory. That's all I'm just asking. Don't throw any more interceptions. You want Oklahoma State, like I said, they do survive Tulsa, 28-23. Cows up on TCU 6-0 already. It's the first as they're getting closer to the end of the first quarter there.
Yeah, because I mean he's averaged 38 plus yards per touch today. And so now, as
and the clock is starting to wind down here in Tampa. 7 minutes and change left in the game. Florida is basically going to win this game. But, you know, just at the same time, you know, just cannot get complacent and let USF get back in the game and make the score more respectable than it should be. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, there we go. Third and 15 for the Gators. Ball's at the 8-yard line. So Emory's going to change the play up. He started to spike it. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Normally I would be in an uproar about running on deep 3rd down plays, but the game's already decided, so I guess I let it slide. Let's linger, gets a couple of yards there, and it's going to be 3 and out for the Gators. So it looks like USF is about to get the ball back. Really should be up 36. It is what it is at this point, though. That's what we do about it now. And that's a dumbass play calling on that 14th goal. Get him down. Oh, lost him. Come on, get him. Oh, bitch, man. Y'all let him get a good punt return. Come on.
Pac-12 feeling good. Oregon getting that win in Columbus against Ohio State. Watch this in Denver. Jared Broussard going in. Yeah, the Buffalo's been waiting on this one for a while, Cam. With 5 Texas A&M trailing 7-0 through 1 quarter. Look at this score in South Bend.
Notre Dame better drop this week. Unless they beat Toledo by 21, they better drop big time. If they struggle. Not big time, but they better drop if they struggle. No way they should beat Toledo by 3 points and remain number 8 or jump up. No way. Even with Ohio State losing.
Quarterback for USF and
second down.
And if you start getting losses from teams like Notre Dame and Texas A&M as well today, you have a lot of new blood. It's college football.
34 for Alabama. Ball's at their own 26-yard line. I'd rather see somebody that's Texas A&M game because it's been saying 30-15 that they're on 16 for the longest. This kick, well, that's on commercial, so.
I've had this one in my head for 3 days. You know, my return level is minimal.
There's no way. It's no way. He still should be in the first. Spot 5.
I think the mascots for both these teams, Gators and Bulls. What would you rather? You have to answer that one.
I would rather be a Gator or a Bull.
Nope, we're gonna get
So in the second quarter, they're at, in Denver, where that game takes place at Texas A&M in Colorado. What's somebody's growling? I need to eat a real meal. 5 minutes left in the game. First down for USF.
Absolutely no question.
Oh, what a fake. That's going to be it's not going to be a touchdown. It's going to be stopped at the 3-yard line.
I think I speak the same language as the Bull. I think the Bull looks at me and my body type. I think the Gator looks at me and I am a kebab. Like I am an hors d'oeuvre. You know, that I just look very good. You should take the Gator.
Oh, first and 25 for Alabama. Touchdown USF.
Second touchdown of the day for USF with 4:22 to go.
Good job. Left side of that offensive line continuing to play. Cecil, Harrison, Jennings, and Mangum getting in. That's science at University of South Bend. Bud, I went to UConn. We're on the struggle bus right now, so I feel you.
$49-20.
At this point, just run the clock out. I'll take a 42-20 win at this point. Just run the clock out. Don't give me a chance to score any more points.
Have to have it. Sign up. ESPNplus.com. It has to at least be a little bit of a good sign that Anthony Richardson just staying on the sideline, right? He's not an intended injury. He's just got some ice on the hamstring. It's not like they had to take him back to the locker room, get him immediate treatment. Hopefully it is just a tweak on that 80-yard touchdown run that he had because he's on point reviewing. Yeah. Well, the rest of the season, if you're a Gators fan or a college football fan, but Anthony Richardson's going to make the rounds, and folks are going to want to watch him play. Well, coming up next, our ABC College Football Day continues. The only top 10 matchup in college football today. It's the in-state rivalry, Iowa State in Ames. As soon as we're done, take over at 4:30 Eastern. It's Saturday Night Football presented by Capital One. Michigan, Washington. You can always watch The game's on the ESPN app as well.
Ah. I don't know what's going to happen. Right there. Oh, fourth down for Alabama.
Whenever he's on the field, he's putting up numbers we haven't seen from a Florida quarterback since Tim Tebow.
Number, right? Where the number?
There you go. There you go. There you go, DeMarcus Bowling. Good run.
Very well executed option of Emory Jones.
You had mentioned Michigan, Western Michigan for us last week. Speed option by Emory Jones. He gets it on the perimeter. Bowman. Something that he's done well with Michigan, Western Michigan. Michigan tonight, Washington. The physicality of their run game. You know, we've seen Anthony Richardson right to the farm. We had a similar young quarterback last week with J.J. McCarthy. For Michigan, though, this kid's a special player. They got to figure out a way to get him on the field.
Well, there are times where you can take a look at the incumbent starter and then take a look at the incredibly talented freshman backup and say, the freshman backup can just do things that the starter can't do.
Yeah.
Right? J.J. McCarthy can do things that Cade McNamara can't do. Richardson can do things Emory Jones can't do. Where do you strike that balance with their inexperience? No, you want to
Second and 3
on the player that's got way more game experience.
Emory should have took it and ran. He would have got that first down.
His ceiling, if he's out there making plays, he's going to do things for your football team. The veterans.
Georgia ain't working.
I think for Dan Mullen, too, that can give him some peace when it comes to this quarterback competition.
Meanwhile, just like you ain't. God damn it. Fine.
A ton of snaps.
Not fine, but goddamn, it should just get fine. Not exit. It's your unresponsive ass. First down. And then some.
Putting a young freshman quarterback out there behind an offensive line that's not going to be relatively capable of protecting. So that's why I think when you look at it.
Mercer does have the ball now. Looks like they're probably in commercial up there in Tuscaloosa.
With the stuff that we do, and then can elevate some of our X's and O's, and can he erase some of our mistakes? And I think he can do more of that for this offense in Gainesville at that quarterback spot.
All right, 2 minutes left.
Emory Jones.
Just run it. So there's no point in throwing the football at this point. Game over with. Just run it.
Yeah, and this is another opportunity for Emory to get the ball out of his hands. You want to take a shot downfield and it's not there. Move. Find a check down, something, instead of just holding that football there. And I think that's something that Dan Mullen is going to have to sit down and watch tape and figure out and talk to Emory about. Is saying, why is this happening? Why did this happen really in the second half? It was so good in the first half. And why did it happen more in the second half? Does that make sense with you? He's a player that he can elevate, yes. Sometimes you call it play, but he can do more with the defense.
Stretch my legs.
Dan Mullen think that, but then can he erase some of our mistakes? Or shoot, the left guard got beat, or receivers get beat up in man coverage. But he can kind of, because of that as jaw-dropping athleticism, can he erase some of those mistakes?
Jones will hand one more off to Wingard, and that should do it. There is not a reason for Florida to run another play. And they will be able to hop on the bus and take the win back to Gainesville. And a quarterback question regarding the health status of that young man, Anthony Richardson, and the role that he will be able to play next week in the matchup with Alabama. He and Emory Jones. It's a big conversation happening in Gator World right now as to which player should be the number one quarterback. Will Richardson be ready next week for Dan Mullen? But a 42-20 final, that was more lopsided than it would even appear as the Gators win going away here in Tampa. Coming up next on ABC, College Football Scoreboard, Devin and Gandhi, Coach McFarland are standing by, and then Iowa State is coming up short. Today's news and highlights coming out. Kevin and Bo, thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. That's a great sign for the Iowa State offense. Charlie Cook
I'll be back on.
on the field, the tight end, ready to go in warm-ups. The Cyhawk
All right. Yeah, there you have it, people. The final scores. Florida. All right, as I was saying, the final score is Florida 42, USF 20. My brief takeaways from the game. Defense did start off a little sluggish, not getting off the field on third down, but they did vastly improve as the game went on. I was very pleased to see more offense. How many yards on Florida put up? 'Cause I think it says about 300 some odd passing yards as opposed to 300 some odd rushing yards. So very pleased to see more offense. So, not really much to complain about. Not really much to really nitpick. The only thing I will nitpick on is that Emory Jones just has to make smarter decisions on the football field. Because those two interceptions in the third quarter could have been very avoidable. And the Florida probably would at least scored on one of those drives. That fourth and goal, I'm still flabbergasted by that play calling. That was just really stupid. And it cost Florida points. Right? You could have had Anthony Richardson come in. You could have play option, or not the pass the ball, obviously, but you could have did an option. You could have did a jet sweep. Not Anthony Richardson, but Naquan Wright. You could have Naquan Wright come in and run the ball. You could have did an option if you wanted to keep Emory in. You could have did a jet sweep or anything. Because I knew you was going to go for it on fourth and goal. But that play was just inexplicable. No, I was not pleased with that play. Other than that, wasn't really that bad. I feel like at times, because this game was closer than the score indicated. Because Florida probably would have easily scored 56 points, and USF could have been held to about 13, maybe 6. So we could be looking at a 56-6 type of score. But nonetheless, it was 42-20. Florida does get the win, so we definitely got some stuff to clean up. And then Anthony Richardson getting hurt on that touchdown run that he had. Well, not necessarily hurt, but his leg started to cramp up. So definitely gonna have some questions this upcoming week. Obviously Alabama next week. Georgia scores again, so it's 28. Technically it's 27-0. Makes sense. The point will be 28-0 in favor of Georgia. It's loud, so. But as y'all know, got Alabama next week. They currently playing Mercer right now, so definitely got some questions to answer. Definitely got some serious game planning to do going to Saturday's matchup because I'm gonna be honest, you cannot come with that incompetent play calling. Emory Jones cannot come in that game playing, not analyzing the field to its full potential and expect to beat Alabama. If I'm Dan Mullen, if Anthony Richardson is prepared to go next Saturday, have him start the game. Have him start, see what he can do against Alabama. And then if he struggles, then you put Emory Jones in. Don't put Emory Jones in as a starter and he struggles right at the gate because you struggle and let Alabama get up early and often. It's going to be very, very hard to get back in the game. At least let Anthony Richardson in the game, let him start, and see what he can do against Alabama. Alabama just got an interception, by the way, so they got the ball back. We're gonna call a little bit of this game, but I am finna. So I'll call a little bit of this out. Excuse me. Oh yeah, the stats. So here's your stats right quick. Florida matched for 26 first downs to USF's 20. Florida went 4 for 12 on third down. Meanwhile, USF went 5 for 17. So I feel like Florida, the defense really got gradually better as the game progressed. Went from 3 out of 5 to 5 out of 17. So that was really good to see. USF went 4 on fourth down twice, didn't convert either one. Florida went for it on third down 3 times, managed to convert 1. Florida amassed for Devils numbers 666. 666. So yeah, Florida amassed for that many 666 yards, while the defense only holding USF to 297. Florida had 303 passing yards to USF's 188. The quarterbacks combined went 17 for 25. I'll get individual stats in a moment. For USF, they went 17 for 30. So both teams completed 17 passes. USF had more passing attempts than Florida. And Florida had 12.1 pass yards per pass, while only holding USF to 6.3 yards per pass. Obviously, the 2 interceptions by Emory Jones. USF did throw an interception as well. I forget that quarterback's name. The guy that played in the first half.
Great drive there by Alabama. So here's Will Reichert out of Hoover.
So that's that.
If he's missed an extra point in the game,
Florida had 363 rushing yards to USF's 109. So, definitely Florida was definitely the far superior team. They played as the more superior team. Florida had 44 rushing attempts to USF's 41. So obviously Florida had more yards on the ground per rush than USF. Alabama scores against 14-0 there. Meanwhile, Colorado still up 7-0 over Texas A&M as they midway through the second quarter. And it looks like Colorado has the ball. As y'all know, Georgia is up 28-0 now after that touchdown.
Really helped guide me and lead me in the right direction in one of the most critical times in my life. And that's what helped me get here today. And I'll always be thankful for that. Thank you again, Ms. Hodges.
And okay, let me get back to stats. Now here's the individual stats. Anthony Richardson went 3 for 3, making 2 of those 3 passes count as they both went for touchdowns. He had 152 yards. I said 2 touchdowns. He had 0 interceptions. Emory Jones went 14 for 22. He had 151 yards. He had 1 touchdown. That was to Jacob Copeland early in the game. But like I said, the 2 interceptions. So, yeah. Meanwhile, as far as the rushing game, Anthony Richardson had 115 rushing yards off of 4 attempts. He had 1 rushing touchdown, which was an 80-yard touchdown run, where he cramped up at the end. Emory Jones had 13 rushing attempts for 81 yards. He also had the touchdown run. And so does Damian Pierce. He the one that kickstarted it all. He had the first touchdown in the game. He had 5 attempts for 55. 5 attempts for 55 yards. His longest run was a 20-yard run. Naquan Wright had 7 rushing attempts for 36 yards. DeMarcus Bowman had 3 attempts for 33 rushing yards. Wow, 33 rushing yards. And Malik Davis had 7 attempts for 22 yards. And Lorenzo Lingard, 5 attempts for 21. Add all together, you get your 44 attempts for 363 rushing yards, so, and 3 touchdowns. And receiving wise, Jacob Copeland, the it guy of this game, he had 5 receptions for 70. He had 5. Brain fart. He had 5 receptions for 175 yards. Xavier Henderson had 4 receptions for 68. Justin Shorter had 2 receptions for 23. Ricky Wells only had that 1, made it count for 20. Damian Pierce also had that 1 for 13. Naquan Wright, he had a reception but went nowhere. And Malik Davis had 2 receptions for 9 yards. And also Reynolds, he had a reception but he went backwards. So we had no fumbles, which is good. And also, I was thinking about defense. Oh, yeah, there's Kyrie Elam. He's the only person that had an interception for the Gators today. As Dale, number 94 for Alabama, takes down the Mercer quarterback, and looks like they're gonna be getting offense the ball back. So yeah, there's your little highlight. There's your little analysis of USF, who cares? You know, if you want to hear USF's numbers, go find a USF fan. I don't care, read their numbers. I did their team numbers. That's good enough for me. So, yeah, I'll take the win. Don't get me wrong, but need to keep building. I'm going to the SEC schedule now. Like I say, Alabama coming up. It's going to be a tough game. There's a home game, so we shall see what happens there. And then, you know, after the Alabama game, the schedule kind of lightens up a little bit with Tennessee, Kentucky, and Vandy. So even if Florida does lose to Alabama, the next 3 games after that, gotta take advantage of those games. Gotta handle business, and not slip up in one of those games. Otherwise, you can kiss the East goodbye. At least, you know, hopefully, and we'll see about the LSU game. So that's a month from now. So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get up out of here. I am hungry. I'm thinking about ordering me a pizza, and I think I talked enough. So I'm going to get up out of here. So y'all be easy. Enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Don't forget tonight on Sports Live in the ATL's channel and Superstation WTBS, we got not we, because I'm not part of this, but they will be airing the special presentation, Sleeta and Where You're Hiding, the BFF Sleepover. They will be streaming on Sports Live in the ATL's channel. I may make a guest appearance in the panel. We shall see. And yes, I will give them shit for having this sleepover. As y'all know, they'll be going to the game together tomorrow for the Eagles and the Falcons. And which brings me to tomorrow. I'm still planning on streaming the Eagles-Falcons game tomorrow. It's not official, but the Broncos-Giants game is definitely official. I will be, if I wake up the next morning, I will be streaming the Broncos-Giants game. And Broncos Country, Sev, Corwin, freaking whoever, CA panel. Y'all welcome in the stream, Broncos Country, just let y'all know. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. So until next time, A-Fizzle signing out. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. BB4L. And for today, go Gators.